Got the high school prom stash. High school prom stash. This is the puberty stash. Get the cash. Puberty stash. Yeah, man, they announced that they're going to do Rosado versus Melakuziev 2 on the undercard of Davis versus Garcia. I just think it's ridiculous in terms of quality control, because if you really want to drive numbers, I think it would make sense to make a fight like Isaac Cruz versus William Zepeda as the co-main. I think that you would get an influx of buys. I think a lot of people would look at that card and say, wow, that's a really great card if you had a strong co-main. And it's like they're just fishing for scraps with what they're putting out there. You have to remember that this pay-per-view is more expensive than your average pay-per-view. I think it's about $10 more. It's 85 where normally 84 where normally it's 74.99. This pay-per-view is $84.99. And you look at the undercard and it's like, well, you're really just paying for one fight. You're really just paying for one fight because the others are not intriguing. Or if anything, for Golden Boy, they could have made Melakuziev versus Rosado the co-main to William Zepeda's next fight, whoever it's against. And lucky for him that Devin is about to fight Vasyl Lomachenko, because win, lose, or fall, the belts may go vacant. You understand that if he beats Loma, the belts go vacant, and then he moves up because he's going to move up. He's not going to keep those belts. And that'll give William a chance to get into world title contention. That'll give him a chance to maybe get his hands on a belt. Now, what they do after that, I don't know, because the reset button is about to be hit at lightweight. But, it's just like there's ways that they could have played that would have made value for money, that would have been value for money to the consumer, because this pay-per-view is more expensive than your run-of-the-mill pay-per-view. And you have to justify why that is. You can't just keep saying, oh, well, this is a big fight. Well, what's big about it? Because you're asking for more money, but it looks a lot like you're just paying for one fight, which is the main event. You gotta at least have a good co-main, And I think William Zepeda versus Isaac Cruz would have been ideal. I think it would have made sense to give both boys maybe $500,000 or something like that, because it's my understanding that the size of the pot for the fight is in the neighborhood of $30 million. I think a strong co-main would really help to drive numbers. Like, people would look at that fight and say, wow, that's going to be a great fight. Yeah, I really want to see that. It's a great fight to usher in the main event, which may not even last that long, because what if Gervonta knocks him out in the first 5? Or what if Ryan knocks him out in the first 5? You have to invest in the future. And I think that's what Nick Khan was talking about when he said that putting boxing on a premium cable network, it's not a good investment in the future. It really isn't, because you really are limiting the size of the audience. And boxing is a poor man's sport. You have to make it accessible to the poor man that it caters to. If you're putting everything behind premium cable networks and paywalls and pay-per-views, that's just less people that's going to buy it, less people that's going to watch it. And, you see a fighter like David Benavidez, who you see that they want him to be a star, but how many people bought the pay-per-view? How many people saw him beat Caleb Plant? That's the problem, They have to try to find a way to work around that. They have to try to find a way to make these fights more accessible to people, because putting things behind a paywall, even Showtime or any premium cable network can be described as putting things behind a paywall, because you have to pay to see it. And that's not ideal for a sport. As fun as it is, it's entertainment after all. You can't charge people an arm and a leg for some entertainment. Yeah, so they're really going to have to do something about that. Westside says, I predicted 99, but 85 sounds about right. PBC is out of their damn mind. Yeah, like, when you look at that undercard and you like, yo, I'm getting Haney versus Loma for 60. The undercard is probably the same or better, but I'm getting Haney versus Loma for 60. You got to justify why you want $20 more than the other guys. You got to justify that. That whole thing about pay-per-views, man, just, it's like I could understand Ryan and Gervonta being a pay-per-view. I do understand that. Like, it's warranted because it is a decent-sized fight. But it's like when you think about how many other pay-per-views is already out there oversaturating the market, you got to give a little to get a little. A lot of the time, the reason they end up as pay-per-views, like I said, I don't think Ryan versus Gervonta, I think that's worthy to be on pay-per-view. I do think that because I do think that fiscally it'll make money. But Benavidez versus Plant, for example, well, that should not be a pay-per-view, or it shouldn't have been, you know? And that all of these box office fights is happening in sequence. You constantly asking the same group of people, the same niche audience, to go in their wallet. They only going to do that but so many times, especially when they all that bunched up together. They only going to do that but so many times. It's kind of crazy that they must think that the fans is made of money, or it's the way that Bob says it is. Bob said that, you know, they up the price because they know it's only but so many people that actually pay for the pay-per-views, so they up the price knowing that. But it's like, yo, you gonna make some of them people not pay for it. You asking for too goddamn much. It's oversaturated, bro. You can't ask everybody every single month for a pay-per-view. You can't. And remember that just one outfit has maybe several box office fights. Just one. That's not counting the other guys. That's not counting ESPN. That's not counting the Zone. They're gonna have their own. Sooner or later they are. How many times a year are you gonna ask the consumer to spend close to $100 just to watch a show? That's not sustainable. And it's just like Nick Khan said, they're like, yo, you do that because in that moment for that show, you might be able to get a little bit more money. But as you keep doing that year after year, decade after decade, the audience is going to get smaller because they're seeing less and less of these guys on regular TV. That's how that happened too. I would say that even though HBO was the gold standard, that was a pivotal shift. That once you started putting fights on premium cable networks, less people started to see them, and the audience got smaller. Ideally, in an ideal world, you would have those kinds of things happening on terrestrial television because that gives a bigger audience, a much bigger audience, access to all of those shows. And then you would get stars and you would get exposure the organic way, the old-fashioned way. Now they trying to convince you that a guy's a star when the numbers don't even say that. They trying to convince you like, yeah, man, he a star. Brody, damn near nobody bought that fight. What are you talking about? I was told Bam ducking for going down in weight. Nah, I don't think that. Who he gonna duck? Who he gonna duck at 115, bro? Bunch of old guys? I don't even agree with that. It's some real good fights at 115. Sonny Edwards, I mean at flyweight. Sonny Edwards is at flyweight. Julio Martinez is at flyweight. Motherfucking who's the other guy? Artem Dalakian, the Ukrainian guy. He's at flyweight. So I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. I think people just like being negative, especially in the American market. Somebody always got to be ducking somebody. Somebody always got to be ducking somebody. It can't just be, nah, dog. He wanted to go back down. That's all. He ain't worried about them guys at 115. The biggest names at 115 are aging fighters that are aging. They getting old. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't agree with that. That he ducking, like, nah, you bugging. To fight Sonny Edwards, who's in his prime. Sonny Edwards ain't no joke, man. That kid is not no joke. What it do, Smokey? Aside from Jules looking like the fourth musketeer, he also looks like the better version of the Count of Monte Cristo. Yeah, yeah. If the Count of Monte Cristo got a fade uptown in Washington Heights. El Gallo not fighting Bam. What the fuck? Nah, he not gonna fight Bam. But it's other fights for Gallo, like the winner of Ioka versus Franco. You gotta remember, Kazuto Ioka about to run it back with James Franco in Japan for the BA, right? The winner of that fight, the only fight that makes sense for the winner of that fight is Estrada. That's the only fight that makes sense. So that's what I'm kind of thinking is going to happen after that. If Joshua Franco win, he going to look at Estrada. If Ioka win, he going to look at Estrada. Yeah, I mean, so a lot of that is self-explanatory. But like I said, it always got to be some narrative. Oh, this person is ducking this. Look, there's instances where you could say that, but a lot of the time people say that don't be real. Like when they were saying, oh, Crawford ducking Ennis. What is that even based on, fam? When they were saying he ducking Ortiz, what is that even based on, fam? All the stuff that ended up coming out says the opposite. They called y'all for a fight. And all y'all could talk about was how y'all loyal to Showtime. You know what I mean? Yo, I've always said this about that fight, Napoli. That's the two best feet and the two best guys that can maneuver at flyweight. Sonny Edwards' feet is for real. You know what I mean? His countering is for real. But Bam got fancy feet too. And I feel like he has power. I think that's really what separates them. That Bam has power. Sonny fights on the fly. He don't always sit on his punches. So it's not going to be a lot of power on him. But Bam, he generate power even while he moving. Because you see he knocked out Sorun Visa. And Sor ain't been knocked out in a gajillion years. So the fact he knocked him out is really something. That's a tough little dude. I agree, Smokey. I think that's a 50-50 fight. Because Sonny is not one of those pure boxers that he just going to stay on the outside the whole night playing keep away. He don't do that. He'll mix it up in the pocket a little bit, then get out of there. Put some punches in there and then get out of there. He don't just spend the whole fight, yeah, I'm going to just stay at the edge of the ring, at the edge of the world. He don't do that. He'll punch you up and then get out of the pocket. That's what he did to the I think it was Vargas. I think that was the name of the guy. So, that's a good fight. But I don't feel like I like Bam versus Sonny. I do like that fight. But if I had it my way, we would get Sonny versus Julio first. If it was up to me, we would get that first because they the ones with the history. They the ones with the backstory. And something need to happen with Julio because Julio is an unreliable motherfucker. Like, he's just unreliable. Like, something got to give. Like, he got that BC. They done made that a Royo fight like 20 times and it still ain't happened. Something got to give. So if it was up to me, it would be Sonny Edwards versus Julio first. And then you do the Bam fight. You know what I mean? But hey, if they make Bam versus Edwards, I ain't gonna complain. I'm gonna watch it. You know what I mean? And I'm out here styling and profiling with the puberty stash. I got the puberty stash. Can't even see my gray hairs. I ain't gonna front. I feel like that took like 10 years off my face, B. I look young. I look young out here, B. I'm not though. I grunt every time I get out this couch. I grunt. You know what I mean? Napoli says Sonny does want that revenge for Charlie. Yeah, yo. That's the unification match that has built up and backstory is Sonny Edwards versus Julio Martinez. And I stay by my original pick. I do have Sonny beating Julio because even though Julio got the right base style, Julio is not a great pressure fighter. He's a pressure fighter, but he's not a great pressure fighter. He just throw them big old hooks, them big old monotonous hooks that he put the whole everything into the one punch. You know what I mean? The really good pressure fighters, they do a lot of little things that makes them effective at closing the distance and punching the guy up. That's not really Julio. Julio is strong and he throw punches in bunches. That's what makes him a pressure fighter. But there's little things that's missing, like the double, triple jab that, you know, you're not just getting close to the guy. You doing it the right way. You doing it in a way where you get close to the guy, you cutting off his exits. He can't really go nowhere. And then you pin him down and lump him up. Julio is not that guy. Julio is more crude. Like, I would say, if I had to grade him, I would say maybe he's a C plus to a B minus pressure fighter. He's like a C plus, B minus. That he's definitely got the right style, but he don't have all the right ingredients for that lasagna. He don't. You know what I mean? And I'm out here looking young and fresh out of college, yo. Just got the bachelor's degree. It's a bachelor in me. Oh, that rhymed. I'm nice. Bars. Bachelor's degree. It's a bachelor in me. 1-2 punch. That's the TNT. Oh, the bars. The bars. Oh, my God. I got to get some more interviews. I was very fortunate to get Sinisi Estrada on here. I'm going to see if I can get a couple of other people on here. I got to get some matchroom fighters on here because I stay talking about them. I got to get some matchroom fighters out here, B. I'm trying to think. Who y'all want me to get on here? Leave it in the comments, and I will reach out and get them. You know what I mean? I will reach out. You know what I mean? It's interviews that I haven't had yet that I still want to get, like Ellie Scottney. I have never interviewed Ramla Ali, but Ramla's mad high profile. Like, she was on the cover of Vogue. So that kid is a superstar already, for real. Sky Nicholson, you want me to get Sky? All right, I'll try to get Sky. She seems like a good kid. I know Tiara Brown calling her out, but I said it in a video I did that, like, she been a boxer for a year. You know what I mean? A pro boxer versus you that have been in the game for like 6 or 7, give or take. 14 fights, 5 fights. The call out don't really make a lot of sense in the sense that Tiara is ready to fight for a title. Like, she ready. I seen her fights. She's mad good. Whereas Sky is like, she's starting out. So the fight don't make a lot of sense. Like, the fights that make sense for Tiara is like the former champions like Erica Cruz, Sarah Mahfoud, Jelena Marjanovic. Those is fights that make sense for Tiara because Tiara is there that she ready to fight for a belt. You know what I mean? Whereas somebody that debuted last year, that don't even make no sense. Oh, Fabio? Yeah, I get my man Flavio. Why they clout chasing my man Flavio, B? David Adelaide clout chasing my guy, B. I told y'all about Flavio. Didn't I tell y'all about Flavio? I told y'all. Like, I know he ain't Team GB. I know he don't come from a deep amateur background, but he has it. He has it. David Adelaide don't have it. He has it. I don't know what it is, but he has it. It's my man Flavio. You want me to get Peter McNeely on here, B? Ooh, spicy. Kelvin says that she should be calling out Amanda. They tight. That's what I know. They cool. Oh, Johnny Fisher, the Romford Bull? I should interview Johnny Fisher. Johnny Fisher's that dude, B. They follow him from town to town, fight to fight. Man, what you got against Sky Nicholson? Base? You got to give that kid a chance, man. Who is that? Yo, why are you typing that, bro? You typing that on the internet because you'll get beat up talking like that in real life. Get out of here, bro. Dude typing that nonsense. Smokey want me to interview Tyson Fury. You couldn't pay me to interview that dude, bro. I only interview the fighters that I'm a fan of. Like, I'm a fan of Estrada, so I interview Estrada. I'm a fan of Prograis, so I interview Prograis. Yeah, I mean, I really only interview the fighters I'm a fan of, to be honest, so that when I show love, it's organic. It comes from the heart, the Jesse Hart of the chest. Yeah, I mean, and yeah, yo, I'll try to get Sky on here, man. Try to get Sky, but you couldn't pay me to interview Tyson Fury, bro. I don't want to talk to that guy. What I want to talk to that guy for? I don't got nothing I need to ask. I already know you be lying to everybody, playing games. I don't want to talk to that guy. Lynn Sandstorm. Yeah, I might reach out to. You know what? That's a good shout, bro. West Side. That's a good shout. I might reach out to Shernique. You know what? I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to reach out to Shernika Johnson because she's in America. So the time zone won't be crazy. I'm about to reach out right now. Hold on. Give me a second, Will. I got you. So I'll reach out. I'll see if they reply and get back to me to do a Q&A because I've never done a Q&A with Shernika Johnson. In the fight between Usyk and Dubois, I don't see a way Dubois could win, and Frank's position is a bad one because what can he offer Usyk that would match the AJ purse? He owes Frank no favors to take less. Yeah, I talked about that. They're like, yo, if he don't like the deal based on all the money y'all costed him, plus the time y'all wasted, because they wasted his time, he could be like, yo, I'm trying to go to a purse bid and I want to get them Saudis in here. Maybe they'll buy the fight for a better price than you was going to pay. Or maybe Eddie will come in here and take the fight, and we like working with Eddie because he doesn't waste our time. So it's a lot of ways that could break down, but I do agree with you. I'm about to post the link for my man Sporting. I need my Brits. I need my Brits to jump on here. Only the Brits. Y'all heard me? Only the Brits. That's Boxing Beats and Rhymes. That's my Boxing Beats and Rhymes. Got my man Tony the Tiger in the building. And I need my man Sporting Icons in here. Only Brits for the moment. Only the Brits. Would you do a live with Yo Castavalle? Yeah, I would. I just said only the Brits, Chris. Goddamn. Got my man Sporting Icons in the building.
What's up? Hey.
Now let me say, I would do a live with Valle, but it would be in Spanish. So for the people that don't speak Spanish, yo, why is the Americans on here if I said only the Brits?
They're hard-headed.
See you American motherfuckers? You see that fucker don't follow no motherfucking instructions? It's British times in here, yo. I'm in England in here. I'm in Watford, you motherfuckers.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The Brigadier Beats and Rhymes.
Now, Beats, I didn't get, I do want to get Base's take, Sporting's take, and your take, and Sawab's take. No, well, actually, I got to speak to Sawab on Saturday, so I know how he feel about it. But how'd you feel about the performance Saturday, man? Be honest. Should we start jumping ship, or is AJ gonna, live up to what we think he is?
If you don't mind, what's up, Base? What's up, Sporting Icons, Julius? Sawab, big up. Here's the truth, right? The man has limitations and he has certain gifts. The whole thing is we have to let his career pan out. Like, can he get some W's against Fury, Wilder, Joyce, any of the top guys? And then we'll judge it by that, because they're all flawed as well. I mean, Hrgovic was knocked down by Zhang. Wilder's lost 2 of his last 3. I've seen him struggle against opponents that AJ have dusted off easy, like Molina. He struggled against Stu Harpers. I see Joyce, in my opinion, get outpointed by Jennings. So they're all flawed to a degree. Tyson Fury was a second away from getting stopped on cuts by Wallin, a total outsider. So it's not just AJ. I think AJ has a lot of profile in it. And I'm not saying it's unfair, because he sells a lot of tickets, does a lot of pay-per-view, but his stuff seems to be more magnified than everyone else's. So they've all got it to do. It's not like AJ is the only one who's got to try and prove himself to be, a quality heavyweight of his era. They've all have it to do. Like Fury has fought how many ranked contenders? He's got numbers to build up. Wilder has numbers to build up. Joyce is probably one of the most solid contenders, but he has numbers to build up too. They all have it to do. I don't expect AJ to finish his career without taking another L. But the whole point is he needs to get them career-defining fights. Some people are talking about giving more learning fights. I think that would just demotivate him. I think you need to push AJ into the big British showdown with Fury. He's missed out on Undisputed a few times. And you got to keep him motivated. Learning fights are not going to motivate AJ at this stage here.
Before I pass it to Sport, and I want to say that, earlier today, Eddie Hearn threw it out there, a Dillian White rematch. And I'm glad you said that he needs fights that are going to motivate him. Well, I don't think a rematch with White would do that. Sporting,
I don't like that fight. I don't like that fight.
I don't like that fight. Sporting, you saw the fight Saturday. What was your interpretation? And has this kid just, has he hit his ceiling? What are your thoughts?
Well, I've got a few thoughts on this one. Firstly, every boxing man in the world seems to scrutinize every little thing about Anthony Joshua way more than do anybody else. No, he's psychologically not there. He's not throwing enough punches. He's not aggressive enough. When he used to be aggressive, when he can't box. So I don't know why people, they would chastise Anthony Joshua for fighting a Jermaine Franklin, and because he didn't knock out Jermaine Franklin, even though nobody's ever fucking knocked out Jermaine Franklin, but Joshua didn't do it, then Joshua's washed up. But you see, I've said it before and I'll say it again. With Jermaine Franklin, we don't know how good he is. He strikes me as one of these kind of guys who fights to the level of his opposition at times, like against Pavel Sauer and Jerry Forrest. Again, he beat Jerry Forrest. Jerry Forrest beat Zhilei Zhang, but got screwed to a draw.
That's true.
Who's Joe Joyce fighting next? Are they criticizing Joe Joyce, a guy who's meant to be juggernauting Anthony Joshua easy work? So why is Anthony Joshua treated like he's still walking around with the straps?
That's so true, bro. You know what I think it is before I pass it to Base? And I said this on Saturday. I believe that a part of the reason they always give him the hairy eyeball is because underneath it all, no matter what they say, they know that he sells. So they see the fan base that he has, and then they ask themselves, well, what are they so high on this guy for? And then they start up with all the flaws that he has. And I believe that it comes from a place of resentment almost. They're like, yo, this dude got wild buzz, and he not even all that. That's kind of why I think they always they'll criticize how the man eat his soup. You know what I mean? They'll see he eating SpaghettiOs. He not psychologically there because he eating SpaghettiOs. You know what I'm saying? He chewing bubble mint. You see what I mean? He ain't been the same since the Ruiz fight because he chewing bubble mint. Whatever he do, they gonna say something. And I believe it's because, underneath it all, he sells. He has massive appeal. And for some reason, you just don't think that he deserves it. That's kind of what I get from it. Base, your thoughts on Saturday's fight?
Yeah, I mean, look, I was there, as you know. The fight itself was all right. I mean, it wasn't his best performance, but it was measured, controlled. I like the fact that his gas tank was solid. Certain defensive maneuvers he was doing, I thought was good. I wasn't sure why his nose was bleeding from the locker rooms, but that's another story. Outside of it, I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie, I did think he would actually get Franklin out of there probably between sort of rounds 5 to 8. Because I thought he would use a lot of his weight leaning on him, sort of, and just do some of that big man tactic, start framing him and just sort of start driving punches through the target. But he never done any of that because he was worried about the counters coming back. And when you got someone like Franklin with those fast hands, it kind of makes sense. There's several times he shot that shot and jumped back as Franklin was looping that hook. So you could see that he was constantly thinking about it. And also, what I will say, like, number one, as Sporting just said, look, no one's knocked out Franklin. No one's dropped him. No one's even, he got slightly wobbled by Dillian White when White hit him with the forearm. But outside of that, the hardest part of the glove, outside of that, you don't really see much. You heard everyone seems to like punch him up in sparring, supposedly, but not one of them can say that they buzzed him or had him wobbling all over the place. So the guy's tough. The guy's good. He's tricky. He's got a good low center of gravity, and out of everything, I feel like he's got tremendous powers of recovery. So even when you do buzz him, or you maybe catch him and hurt him, within a second he's back, and he gets himself either in a position to defend himself in that moment to get his recovery, or he swings on you immediately, which stops you from unleashing your combo. So you need someone that's going to be able to punch with him while he's actually trying to counter, in order to actually catch him to, unload the combo and get him out of there.
He hurt him to the body late in the fight.
Well, yeah,
He
caught him with one good. He caught him with one good body shot. I give him that. But even then, it's like after that body shot, he went to go in, and then Franklin tucked up, and then he managed to, he basically kept him at bay. And also, look, the biggest thing here, which is glaringly obvious that no one seems to point out, is Anthony Joshua just can't deal with smaller fighters. He had trouble with Takam, he had trouble with Ruiz, he had trouble with Usyk, he had trouble with Povetkin. The trajectory is just not good for him. So as soon as he starts fighting them 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" guys again,
I agree.
Everything's gonna come. It's the same with Dillian White when he was boxing all of them short guys, and all the champions were 6'6", 6'7". I said, what's the point? Like, you're fighting the wrong people for the champions if that's what you want to be. Fight to your competition.
Bro, that is so true though. Like, I'm gonna pass it back to Beats, and what I'm gonna say is I agree. If you get him back in there with guys that's like 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", it's a bigger target and it's a slower fighter. I'm not telling nobody that AJ is lightning fast, but he's faster than people think for a big man. And if you get him in there with a big man, you're going to see he'll knock them. Like, that's why I want him to fight Valine, because I think he'll knock out Valine. Lennox, I know that's your man's in them, but I'm just saying, I think Femi will smoke him. And with Franklin, it is true. In the pocket, he one of them little fat guys that he put them together. So you don't just get to do whatever you want with him. He put them together. Same as Andy, same as Usyk. In that pocket, he'll put them together. Beats, was he fighting scared? In your opinion? Ah, shit. Femi got Beats. He got shit. Sporting, was he fighting scared?
No, he was fighting what he's supposed to do, hit and don't get hit. That's what he's supposed to do. Again, you have to remember, people, they say how this is Anthony Joshua's first fight with Derek James. We have to give him time and all that kind of stuff, which is true. But don't forget, this is Derek James' first rodeo at the heavyweight. He never trained at heavyweight before.
That's true.
And when you've got Anthony Joshua with all that expectation, again, he's come off 2 back-to-back defeats. The last thing in the world he needed to do right now was lose. If he'd have lost right now, you may as well call it a day.
Yeah.
So he had all that pressure. And it's not like he didn't throw the right hand. He did get up close. He did throw the uppercut, and it landed on Jermaine Franklin. And that fucker took it.
Yeah.
That Franklin is tough. I think people are concentrating too much on Anthony Joshua's performance and not giving enough credit to Jermaine Franklin.
I agree. No, I do agree with that. That it's not like many of the points that Base raised, that it's not like Jermaine Franklin's ever been knocked out. He hasn't, he hasn't. And it's just like you said, that We don't know how good he is. We don't. We can't say that, oh, because you didn't knock out Franklin, you pillow fisted. No, that's not true. Because Franklin ain't ever been knocked out. And he showed that he has good powers of recovery more than once at this level with Dillian White, with Anthony Joshua. So it's like I get tired of having to have this conversation because I feel like I'm repeating myself almost. To listen, y'all let Fury get away with going life or death with Valine. And I mean, I'm not saying that the shit on Fury. I'm just saying that you overlooking something. He didn't stop Valine. He didn't stop him.
He didn't.
He didn't stop him.
I was with Otto Wallin. I was with him in his changing room in Cardiff back in February of last year. And right when he fought Sokolowski, maybe you've seen that fight?
Mm-hmm.
Slow as fuck. Very, very slow.
Can I say this, guys? I have seen 4 or 5 of Otto's fights before the Fury fight and after the Fury fight. And I just got to say, who that guy was in the Fury fight, I don't know. Because the Otto that I know is the one from the Brazil fight. That's how he fight most of the time. He trying to box. He is not trying to get it on. He is not trying to rough you up. That was just some special shit that he did for Fury, I guess. Because 9 times out of 10, he don't look like that.
It's because Tyson Fury don't like southpaws. Why do you think he ain't fighting Usyk?
Mm-hmm. Now, Beach, now that you're back, do you feel Anthony was fighting scared? Was he apprehensive? Was he tentative? Shit, Femi got him again.
No, you got me. You got me. Was he apprehensive? Was he tentative?
Mm-hmm.
No. No. He was calculated. He realized that he could control his opponent. You know, like he could hold him, he could jab him from range. He was taking it like he was just picking his angles where he wanted to throw the jab, and they weren't all connected. But he doesn't want to get hit. He don't want to get hit, and people are acting like that's abnormal for a boxer.
That's Klitschko.
I was explaining that on channel. Why does he want to get banged on his chin and get CTEs? It's crazy.
No, because that's how they're measuring him. They're like, oh, unless he gets punched square in the jaw, he's scared to get hit. Well, I don't think any boxer wants to get hit, I don't think. But that's how they rating him, though. It's always different when it comes to him. Unless he's getting hit with a chair over the face, he's scared.
Listen, like, when you get hit regular fighting tough opposition, you end up like my guy, Kome, fighting a lot of tough opponents, and eventually, like, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt, man.
I don't know what they want him to do, yo. I think they want him to take a grenade to the face. Yeah. Like, he'll take a grenade to the face. He ain't been the same since the Ruiz fight. Because that's their favorite shit to say.
Like, if you watch Tyson Fury versus Dillian, he tied up a whole lot. He tied up a whole lot to stop Dillian getting off because he's taking some hard punches from Wilder and like, he don't want to get hit. But the only thing he managed to punctuate his fight with a knockout, and that brings amnesia. If that had went 12 rounds, like the first 5, or the whole 12 rounds of that, what would they be saying? Would they be giving him credit?
No, you know how it go with Luke, bro. With Luke, he'll take a guy like Valine to a decision. Oh, he was gliding across the ring on ice skates. He Mohammed Cassius Holmes. He is Muhammad Lennox Ali, bro. Because he went 12 with Valine. And I'm like, look, bro, I don't even think Tyson is a bad fighter. I'm just saying that he didn't stop that guy, right? Nah, he didn't. And had that guy ever been stopped before? No. Did he get a hard fight in that fight? Yeah.
Didn't stop Pianetta either.
You know what I'm saying? And I let Pianetta go because I know, well, you would just fat fuck with that. So, you know what I mean? But I'm like, it's the bias against this kid is kind of what gets me that. So Anthony, if you look at Anthony's face after the fight, that man ain't got a scratch on him, bro. Let alone a big old gash over his eye. He cooling. Laura Woods was about to risk it all. Who seen the interview? Shoes off and all. Like, look, AJ, look at my toes. You know what I'm saying? In the dressing room.
What is something, man?
I'm saying it's garbage on the floor. Why is she out here barefoot? I looked at the interview. I noticed a lot of shit. Garbage on the floor, debris and shit, like somebody was eating candy and shit. Why is Laura Woods out here barefoot? Show AJ the nail polish. That's what that was, big.
Yo, can I make a point real quick? So you see a lot of people talking about, so before it was it's like 3 losses in the last 5 fights. Now that it's even, people are going to say, but he lost 2 of his last 3. That's going to be the new narrative. But if you look at, for instance, his recent fights, and it was, he's only had like 1 knockout in his last 6 fights or whatever. But if you look at everything since Klitschko, every guy has been 6'3" and below, except for Pulev, who was 6'4", the one person that got knocked out. I mean, do they not realize who they need to be putting him in there with if they want to build back up the quote-unquote hype and everything? He has to be in there against taller guys. As soon as you put him back in there with a 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", watch the knockout come again.
They'll stop him. I know that. You know, the Capricorn in me knows that every fighter, look, I just spoke to a fighter earlier today. She said, yo, them low fighters is tricky because their low body is so little, it's hard to hit them clean. That when they get down and they tuck them elbows, it's hard to get in there and hit them with the shots because they so little. And I've heard that from many, many fighters, that it's the low fighters that's actually tricky. Big old target like an Otto Wallin, bro, I'm telling you, don't believe me. Just listen to me. He'll knock him out. Where Fury didn't knock him out, AJ will knock him out. I'm telling you. Eye level, he'll knock him out. I'm telling you. And that's the fight that I believe he should have. Because if you AJ and you trying to get up in the morning for these fights, you in Texas, you eating grits, bacon in them, a little bit of salt, some pepper. You ain't trying to get out of bed for no Dillian fight, man. I did that, man. I did that shit 7 years ago. Well, fuck, I'm gonna fight him for. And Dillian did say anyway that he want one more fight before the AJ fight. He did say that. So
yeah, that's because he thinks AJ is not going to fight again until like October because of his nose and all that. So he's like, well, I'm not waiting around for him. I need to be active.
I'll tell you what, bro. AJ should skip that guy. Go fight Otto, bro, because it's going to make the Fury fans mad if you go in there and stop the dude that he could not stop and gave him that gash over his eye. They going to feel dumb. Like, well, how you going to spin it, bro? Last couple of months ago, you was telling me he finished. This month, he knocking out a guy Fury couldn't knock out. And Fury ain't got no excuses, bro. Like, it ain't no excuses, bro. I know triangle theories don't work. I'm just saying, y'all the ones that keep pumping. Oh, he finished. Oh, he done. Not if he knocking out Otto Wallin, ain't. And I don't think he done because I seen this already. I'm old, so they don't understand. I'm old, fam. The same shit y'all saying about AJ right now, I seen motherfuckers say that about Lennox. That's not cap. I seen motherfuckers say that about Lennox. I seen motherfuckers say that about Vlad. And they went on to have long careers after that. After the McCall knockout, after the Corey Saunders knockout, I seen after Ross Purdy and Lamont Brewster. Motherfuckers didn't think Vlad was going to reign as long as he did, but he did. Yep. Motherfucker.
That's it, man. Like, look, we can't predict what they're going to look like, who's going to look favorable or be the best in 4 years. We can't because, like, they're not fighting frequently enough, man. Like, I went through my video, like, Tyson Fury, if you go through a lot of the list from 2015 to 2022, if you go through a lot of the Ring Magazine heavyweight rankings, he hasn't fought more than 2 people in the rankings. And you can go to several of the lists. AJ's got 5 or 6 fights. You know what I mean? Like, okay, he lost to Ruiz, but he won the rest.
And the funny shit is Ring is the one that ranks those guys, right? They're the ones. I remember because I did videos about it. Brazil was in the top 10. When he fought him, he was in the top 10. Takam was in the top 10 when he fought him. Parker obviously was in the top 10 when he fought him. Povetkin was in the top 10 when he fought him. Ruiz, after he beat AJ, yes, he was in the top 10. He was in the fucking top 3. Pulev was in the top 10. He fight all these top 10s and nobody say nothing. And it'll be the media. Man, AJ finished, yo. He ain't saying that. And y'all sitting here cooling while Tyson Fury fighting Otto von Schnitzerweasel and Tom Schwarzenegger.
And Schwartz. And what's his name? Schwartz.
Tom Schwarzenegger. You know what I'm saying? And y'all think that, and they'll do the highlight. What make me mad is they'll do that dumbass highlight of Fury, like who he posted. So if Fury Ali, who's Tom Schwartz? Cleveland Williams? Suck my dick, B. Get out of here, B. You know what I'm saying? Because you know Ali got that famous highlight reel, that defensive highlight reel with Cleveland Williams, where he dodging all the punches in the corner.
Right.
And they trying to do that with Fury and Tom Schwartz. Like, y'all, if you don't get the fuck out of here, bro, stop it. That is Tom Schwartz. Listen, that's not nobody.
I got the 73 Ring Magazine rankings, and Ali beat all the opponents on the list. Every single one. Mike, he beat, what was it, 8 or 9 out of the list. He lost to Buster Douglas. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Lennox, about 6. You know what I mean? Like, you need to be stacking up numbers, man. Like, all of these fighters need to stack up numbers. Like AJ. I mean, that's the example of modern day. I'm going to use example because he's got the most of the modern day fighters.
Bro, you know what I mean? When you think about Lennox, right? Lennox fought Ray motherfucking never mind Mike, because Mike, I don't view that as one of Lennox's better wins so much as one of his bigger wins because it's Mike. But, you know, motherfuckers knew Mike is finito. But he fought Ray Mercer. He fought Oliver McCall. He fought Rockmore. He fought Tua. Bruh. And Fury out here, Fury out because he fought Wilder? Really? Because he fought Wilder. That's because all this shit, and you know, Beats, I say it all the time, this hyperbole is all attached to the Wilder fight because was nobody talking like this before the Wilder fight.
That's right.
Nobody was saying, yeah, Fury's the good. After that Klitschko fight, nobody was, yeah, yo, he Ali, yo. He glides out
the They didn't know him in America. You know what I mean? Like, the thing is, right, Fury hasn't even cleaned out Britain. There's Joyce here, there's AJ. Yeah, Lennox cleaned Bruno, Mason, Derek Williams, cleared out Britain and Europe. Like, Markovic, the Croatian, he fought him. Razor Ruddock. You mentioned Mercer, Galotta, Tommy Morrison.
Briggs.
Yeah. Everybody, man. Like, Michael Grant was unbeaten, undefeated, massive guy, big KO percentage, knocked him out.
Bro, this is shit. I look at Shannon Briggs as a better win for Lennox than Wilder is for Fury. And I'm not saying that. I'm dead ass. Briggs holds a real record. The most first-round knockouts in the heavyweight division. If Wilder is this extraordinary superhuman puncher, what records does he hold?
Not only that, you do realize that's where Lennox got the lineal championship from, and that's genuine lineage from Shannon.
Shannon the Cannon, yo.
Shannon the Cannon.
Shannon the motherfucking Cannon.
Shannon beat George.
He didn't, but you know that fight, bro. He didn't really, but he did on paper. He did on paper.
Yeah. George won that, man. George won that.
But I do agree that, yeah, like everything with Lennox in that era before Lennox as well, it's organic, explainable, and simple. With Fury, nah, bro, you beat Vlad, and some people don't recognize Vlad as lineal. That's the other thing. That the reason I do is because when his brother retired, well, his brother ain't ranked, so he can't be number one, and it can't be number one and number two, not that they fought. But when he fought Chaigev, that's where the argument begins that, okay, this is perhaps where the lineage started, because the Chaigev fight was for, I think, 2 alphabet titles and a ring. So you could be like, well, okay, you lineal. It's not the strongest case, but you lineal. And, you know, Fury beat him. But it's like, yo, all of that stops when you retire for 2 years. Like, yeah, all of that stops, bro.
Bro, that's not lineal. Lineal has to be picked up from undisputed, right? Neither Vlad or Vitali were undisputed, right? Lennox is the last. That's lineal. There has to be an undisputed champion, and then you can pick up lineage. Like when Rocky Marciano retired, Floyd Patterson won, but that was the only belt. He beat Archie Moore. That's the lineage. Even though he didn't beat the last guy, it was for undisputed. You can start the lineage from undisputed. You can't start the lineage from fragmented belts. You've got to tie it all up.
That's a fit. Look, that's a case. I ain't even going to argue. That's a case. Will says, hey, guys, has the British media finally brought up Tete yet? It's looking more and more suspicious the more they sweep it under the rug. Nobody's talking about Zolani. And the weirdest thing about Zolani is it's the same shit that UCAD always does. They will know a motherfucker tested positive, but they'll let him fight. For example, they knew Fury would tested positive in the Hammer fight, but they still let him fight Klitschko. They wasn't trying to burn his balls like they trying to burn Conor's balls. So
to be fair, that they have spoken about Tete over the last 2 weeks. Simon Jordan brought it up on Talk Sport again with Frank Warren the other day, and Frank Warren brought it up in one of those Umar interviews on IFL a couple of weeks back. So it has they are taught, just not as much, but they have addressed it.
They're talking about it, base, but they're not bringing him to task.
No, of course they're not. We know the energy is not the same, but I'm just trying to put a little, it has been mentioned since then.
Tete tested in the build-up for the fight, and we didn't know in the public until the fight was in July, and it was November we found out.
Exactly. Well, they said that They said that he wasn't tested before the fight. It was an after fight test.
No.
That's what they said. I'm not.
I've got the receipt. It's the build up. The South African. Yeah, it was in the build up, right? And they let him go in there, juiced up, was on stanozol, a steroid, to knock out a British level fighter, right?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even have Tete's allowed to keep his confidentiality. But you go in the ring with someone you don't know is juiced up. At least Eubank had the choice to fight Conor. He didn't have to listen. It's crazy.
You can see. Look, I see it for what it is. That that's UCAD and the BBBOC's rule. They operate on the assumption until they adjudicate that the guy's innocent. That we haven't penalized him yet, so we have to maintain some discretion. That's more or less why Oscar Rivas wasn't told about Dillian White's adverse finding. And I get it. I do get it that, well, you haven't adjudicated. So if you go tell Rivas, yo, this dude tested positive, and then Rivas say, oh shit, I don't want to fight, and then Dillian lose all that money, but then he find a loophole and he get out of the shit, then he could turn around and sue you for costing him that fight. I get it, but it's like with Conor, what did Conor do, yo? Who cat he ran over? Who daughter or wife that he fucked that y'all so mad at him, B? Because y'all don't want to leave that. He trying to go to Dubai, baby, and y'all don't want to let him.
Steffi Bull, Cunningham's manager, you know how he found out that Tete popped? On Twitter. On Twitter.
Wow.
Right? He needed 7 minutes revival from the medical people. 7 minutes. Because his head bounced off the fucking canvas like a basketball, bro.
It was a violent knockout. I remember. It was a violent knockout. And nobody is sitting around holding vigils and shit and trying to burn Frank. Like, Frank, that was your show, bro. You've been in the Zolani Tete business for years. I know that. But they don't got the energy for you and Zolani that they got for Eddie and Conor. They don't have it. And if you a match, whatever, motherfucker. Just focus on what I said. This motherfucker tested positive. They knew about it. They let the fight go ahead. It's not dissimilar from Fury. Fury tested positive for the Hammer fight. Y'all still let him fight for the title. Y'all didn't say nothing. So why is y'all pennies in a bunch over Conor? I don't get it.
They let 2 people fight for world title. Huey fought Parker for the world title as well.
Exactly for the BO. After testing it's like, yo, dog, it's obvious that there's more going on there than boxing and pads. Somebody don't want Conor. At first I was like, yo, they don't want Conor boxing in the UK. Now they just don't want Conor boxing at all. I don't know who daughter he fucked. I don't know who cat he ran over. Was it Robert Smith's cat? Did he run over his cat in the driveway? Like, what's going on? Because they on his ass.
How are you going to stop him making money abroad? And it's got nothing to do with the jurisdiction, like what you control.
Bro, they told him he cannot get a license in California or Nevada. That's what they told him.
It's going to Abu Dhabi, so you know what I mean?
No, and I figured that too. That look, if Conor can't box in the UK, you know, America was an option, but in all likelihood, he gonna go to Dubai, baby. He gonna go to Abu Dhabi and Dubai and all them places that got H's and I's in them, and he gonna be over there because that's where the money at anyway. And I don't think you'll be able to convince them as easily as the others. You know, I don't. And the thing is that he's not going to box in the UK for some years. I see that. They're like, yo, dog, this dude might not box in the UK for the next 2-3 years. That's
the thing is, though, is that I'm on the side of it's right that he should not box anywhere in the world until he faces the British Box Border Control. Now, we all know why he's not facing the British Box Border Control in case they ban him, because if they do ban him, then no commissioner around the world is going to let him fight. But at the same time, you know what, this whole paparazzi thing and the way that Gareth A. Davies went walking up to Conor Benn, tried to give him a fist bump, and the Conor Benn just told him to jog on out of it. When you got Gareth A. Davies, he's been one of the perpetuators for that Conor Benn he's guilty, he should be held to task, and it's morally and ethically wrong, and for him to be fighting in Dubai. And when the TalkSport Jim White turned around to Gareth A. Davies and said, well, Gareth, are you going to go to Dubai for Conor Benn? Went, yeah, of course. I mean,
like, it's morally wrong. I need to get my stunner shades when I do get it's morally wrong.
Yeah.
Go? Yeah, I have to. Then shut the fuck up about it then. You want to make money in that, you motherfucker.
Exactly. You want that free flight and those free hotels.
You can't ban him all around the world, Sporting Icons. If you have territories that don't recognize the others testing, right? You can't do that. You can't do that. Like, it's crazy. You know what I mean?
They want to ban, like, listen, bro, they want the 270-page dossier is not going to clear him. He knows that. They know that. They want to issue out a 4-year ban, and that's why he like, fuck y'all, I'm out.
Yeah, but they can't. The thing is, they can't do that anyway because he doesn't have a license. It's the same loophole that Jerome Miller managed to get around. He didn't have a license when he was in New York, which is why he never faced a ban until he got the license, signed with Top Rank, and then failed again. That's when he got his ban.
But to be fair to Miller, though, when even though he never got a ban for over like the AJ thing, at least he didn't go elsewhere and fight.
Well, Valdez did. He went to the Pascal Yaki.
That's what I'm saying. Why we like? Listen, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't care about them pads. Why? I watched Bob. The fight went through. Nobody was clutching at yeah, they gave Oscar shit. It's not even that they didn't. But you know what happened a week later? Fuck it. They forgot about it. And ain't nobody sitting around here, oh, Bob, how could you? It's morally wrong. But y'all on this man dick, though, like, do you care? Do you not care? Lou DiBella, the main one, always got something to say. Brody, I seen you sitting next to John Pascal that tested positive for 4 pads. As soon as you got the opportunity to promote one of his fights, you fucking took it. You wasn't worried about, oh, he might be dirty. No, I made sure that, bro, enough, all right? You don't care about pads, and neither do I. Let's be real with each other.
Are we talking about Lou DiBella, who stopped promoting Jermaine Taylor after the Arthur Abraham and Carl Froch defeats, saying, I can't promote him because I can see that he's mentally damaged? And then when he got with HBO and Al Haymon, started promoting the guy fights again, when he was getting flipping subtoral whatever on his dome. It's crazy.
It's madness, bro. It's like, look, I'm going to be real. The reason I say I don't care about the pads is because I'm starting to be convinced that everybody on something. So it then becomes weaponized that it's not about who's using pads. It's more like who ain't, who ain't on pads. So don't give me this song and dance about the morality and all this extra shit while you die. Gareth A. Davies would die to give Tyson Fury a hand job.
Yeah.
He would die, bro. That's a Christmas gift for him. So
100%.
don't tell me about the morality, bro. Because if
And
you
he's
really cared that much, you wouldn't be bigging him up.
And he's never mentioned Fury's pet case once.
And he's
Never
not going to.
Yeah.
Fury, listen, Fury didn't do no time. It's a retroactive ban, meaning they applied the time that he decided, oh, I'm retired, see ya. And they applied it backwards. He didn't, like, other than that, he got off. Basically, he got to get fat, chill with Danny Kinahan, wherever they was at, and that was it. So don't tell me about the morality. You don't care about the morality. Motherfucker literally got knocked out on a Frank Warren show. You don't care about that shit because you'd be talking about that. Y'all sitting here talking about a fight that didn't even happen. The morality.
Exactly.
The morality. The fight with Oscar and Conceição did happen. The fight with Tete and Cunningham did happen.
Right.
Why y'all stuck on a fight that didn't happen?
Exactly.
TalkSport went way over the top with it, didn't they? All of them at TalkSport just absolutely killed. They're still going at him. Months later, they're the only ones talking about it.
He's a coward. He's a coward. He will not come on TalkSport. I was like, yo, dog, like, you don't think you going a little bit too far? Coward. Bro, he not doing nothing that Bob didn't already do. That's reality. If you care about ethics and you care about performance-enhancing drugs in the sport, ask yourself a question. Why was it that after Jarrell Miller tests positive for 3 performance-enhancing drugs and gets off on a technicality, who signed him? Bob. Did anybody clutch their pearl? Like, Bob, how you going to sign this guy? This dude tried to walk in with the whole pharmacy in the AJ fight. Nobody said boo. Nobody said nothing. So you don't care about pets. That's what that tell me. That you don't care about that shit because it's been way worse shit than Conor Benn eating some boiled eggs. I don't give a shit, bro. They didn't fight, right? Hey, it's a wrap then. It's not like they got the fight. If they got the fight, I could see.
Didn't Frank Warren give Billy Joe Saunders a fight after that Andre situation?
In Manchester that same year. BBDOC ain't care. UCAT ain't care.
He fought for the super middleweight, the WBO super middleweight belt.
Shafat Isufi. And this is what I brought up the other time, Beats, that I'm like, wait a minute. I know that UCAT is not using the same banned list as VADA because by way of VADA, he tested positive for a banned substance. But UCAT's list says that is not a banned substance in or out of competition. It's not a banned substance. So I know y'all not using the same ban list because he couldn't fight off of that shit they found in him. But y'all let him, saying, well, that shit ain't banned on our shit. In the UK, that shit ain't banned on our shit out of competition. And the period when the test was taken was out of competition because they said competition starts 24 hours leading up to the fight. So that means all that time before that, you can have that Flonase and use that shit. It's like, y'all, when did y'all start giving a fuck about VADA? In September of last year when y'all changed that rule. And
Jules, yeah, you know what? I'll send it to you. I actually looked at UCAD's rules and regulations. I've got screenshots. They even say on there that they can, like VADA and themselves may test the same people, but they don't, they won't acknowledge or they don't view their actual their results because they're not from what they would call the WADA code. The VADA, even though VADA are like as what is called a credible body, they're not certified under the WADA code. Therefore, UCAD won't bring their testing into the federation.
With Oscar Valdez, that VADA, for the most part, right? For the most part, VADA adheres to WADA rules, right? But there are differences. Oscar Valdez is another example. The commission adheres to WADA. The people who tested Oscar were VADA. Under WADA, what they found in Oscar was not a banned substance out of competition. But under VADA, it's banned at all times. There's little intricacies and shit like that. And that's why they justified him fighting. They said the Yaki Pasqua Commission does not adhere to VADA. They adhere to WADA. And on that premise, they let him fight. they didn't cancel the show. So what I'm saying is, all right, BBBOC, when y'all found this shit in this man, all right, that was not the rule. You using a rule that don't got shit to do with you. It don't got shit to do with you, Cad. You using VADA findings when y'all don't normally give a fuck about no VADA. So what's going on? Who paying you is what I want to know. And like, you know what I think, Beats? I think it's Frank. Because it just make too much sense. Who tight with the BBBOC? Who go way back with the BBBOC? Frank.
Yep.
Who would benefit the most from crippling Conor Benn's career? Frank.
Yep.
You don't got nothing for no Conor Benn. Who is your response to Conor Benn? Who, bro? Nick Ball?
It's true. It's either Frank or Ben got something to do with it. You know what I mean? Or DK.
Nah, it ain't Ben. He ain't got no power.
Ben is an airhead, bro. He just
got a blank checkbook, man.
Yo, who seen the Coley numbers, bro? Yo, dog.
I'm gonna see Okoli in the morning. I'm gonna be at the announcement, so I've got some questions to ask him.
Look, I'm not a hater, right?
What's his numbers?
33,000 to 59,000 peak on Sky.
Oh.
Remember we talked about that, beats? Like, I'm gonna look for them numbers, bro.
Yeah. I want to see Boatsi next. I want to see Boatsi.
Motherfucker, shout out to my man Rob with the inside intel. He texted a certain someone, and he told him, and he's like, no fucking way. I'm gonna let y'all use your imagination.
33K seems a bit low, though, for Sky.
I'm telling you, that's the number that's out there. That's the number. 33,000, 59,000 peak on more than one Sky channel.
Whoa.
Coley ain't a draw. I mean, this is not a surprise to anybody. I mean, I don't know how Sky and Ben Shalom Boxer looked at Lawrence Collingwood. You're going to be the face of Sky and pay him an extortionate amount of money. You may as well put that money in the fucking bin.
Bro, I mean, to me, the face of Sky should be Richard Riakporhe, if I'm being honest. That kid's a model. He got the looks. He got the style that he knocked motherfuckers out. I know he's not perfect, but he knocked motherfuckers out. And that's what motherfuckers want. You can't make Lawrence the face of Sky and he's still caught between styles and shit. Like, and I'm not a hater. I don't think it was bad for Lawrence to go to Sky. It's different between him and Joshua Buatsi. I don't think it's bad for Lawrence to go to Sky because, look, if Sky got a bigger bag for you than Eddie, I get it, bro. And it's not like you running from somebody. You ain't running from nobody. You just want a bigger bag. I'm with you. Now, Buatsi, you are running from people, so that's a different shit. I don't think it's wrong that Lawrence went over there. But I'm like, how could Lawrence be the face of Sky, though? How? He don't have the entertainment value to be the face of Sky. I can see Richard. I can see
1,000, man. That's like
trying to tell you, bro. Trying to tell you. And look, he bought the fight CBS. That's a good fight. Like, I fuck with CBS. He limited, but I fuck with him because he's entertaining. Like, I seen both the McCarthy fights. He's fun fighter to watch. Lawrence probably gonna win that, but he need to win good, bro. Like, you don't just win, bro. You better smoke that guy, cause it's rough seas, bro. It's rough seas. Like, I look at Riakporhe, I'm like, nah, that kid should be the face of Sky. That kid.
The Zone got more visibility than all of them now, because if they're going out to 200 and they've got a Virgin Media channel as well as a Sky channel, like,
you know, they got an Amazon deal too, right, Beats?
Well, is that still going through?
Well, my understanding was the perk of the deal is that Amazon features them as a channel on their platform that they'll advertise them. Basically, I think it did go through, but it's more part of the catalog that you got Virgin, you got Sky, you got Amazon. You in there, bro. You are in there.
Yeah, so no one can say they can't find that no more. They can't say that no more.
Yeah, no, Amazon isn't in the main territories just yet, but it's in. I think it's gone to. Japan. I think that's one, and I think it's going through Europe, and then it's going to hit the US, Canada, and the UK.
I already got Amazon, bro. I got
No,
Amazon.
I mean that the zone thing.
It's like you know, because I already had the zone for a couple of years, but I'm like, yo, Amazon is what I use, bro. That's like when I want to watch some shit, that's what I use. If I don't go to HBO Max, I just go through my Amazon catalog and either buy or rent some shit. All right, so it's like that whole narrative, like yo, Joshua Buatsi shit aging like an avocado, bro. Like I'm gonna tell you, B, is you better put up some numbers for all that shit you was talking. Better put up some numbers.
Yeah, has he got an opponent announced yet?
Stippian.
Oh man! Oh, come on.
He fighting the dude that Callum Smith was gonna fight.
And you could have had a world title fight on all them platforms. Come on, man. That's an epic fail. Epic.
Yo, I said it then. I said, yo, wait a minute. You could have fought this motherfucker on the zone. You could have fought, because this is the motherfucker Callum was gonna fight. So you went to Sky and Boxer to fight Stippian? No. You went to Sky and Boxer to get away from the tough fights. That's what the fuck it is, bro. Because if you was on the zone, oh, that's pressure. Like, bro, you don't want to fight Bivol? All right. Want to fight Callum Smith? No, you don't want to fight. What the fuck you want to do then, bro?
Man, Sky dropping the ball. You know, spending out all this money on Lawrence Okoli, Joshua Buatsi, Martin Bacoli, and whatever else. But you know it's in trouble when they're piggybacking on foreign shows over in Poland, over in where Florian Mark is from. Is it Albania? One in France recently, and that as well.
Oh yeah,
that's when you know there's some financial problems.
I'm going to say, look, they got a couple of kids that I think have a future or could have a future. Ben Whitaker, he could be something. You know, Ben Whitaker could be something. Dan Aziz could be something. Frazier Clark, I'll give him a chance. I'm going to give him a chance because it's very early, though. Like, irrespective of what people want to say, it's actually very early. I don't think that kid has 10 fights.
The only star they've got is Caroline, man. Everyone else ain't making it.
She's good.
Nah, Ben Whitaker.
No, Caroline and maybe what's her name? The blonde girl.
Listen to me, Base. You got a nice domestic. It'll take time, though. That's the problem. You got Dan Aziz, you got Ben Whitaker, you got Joshua Buatsi. You could turn that into something. The issue is these guys is in different places in their careers. Buatsi is in a place where you're supposed to be fighting for a title. All this other shit, nah, you literally supposed to be fighting for a title. All right. Dan is still making his bones. Ben is definitely still making his bones. You know what I mean? Like he a ways out from world contender status or whatever. So that's the real issue but with them three guys, you could turn that into some shit. You just need time though. Who are these people going to fight in the in between time? What's going to drum up ratings and shit, bro?
The only division they got popping is the cruiserweight division for Britain. That's it.
Yeah, you got Richard Riakporhe, you got CBS, you got Lawrence. You could get don't
forget they've also got Mikhail Lawal, they've got Isaac Chamberlain. Like they've got the cruiserweights on lock. To be fair,
boy. Lawrence already beat Chamberlain. Chris already beat Chamberlain, so it's like, nah, you don't really. He already beat you, bro. What are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do? They need
Unfortunately, people don't really care about cruiserweights. Unfortunately, they don't care about cruiserweight division.
I think Richard Riakporhe is a game changer. This is what I'm saying. That kid is a knockout artist, right? When he hit that motherfucker in his stomach last year, bro, and folded his shit, he hit that motherfucker hard, bro. That's some shit, you know what I mean? So I feel like they got a winner in that kid, but I don't know that Ben know how to do this. Don't worry about Riakporhe versus Lawrence right now. Don't worry about that. Get Richard in the ring with the French guy. Get that BA. That'll be a war between them. Somebody going to the hospital. Richard win that shit, and then you do the BA, BO, unification. Maybe you could turn that into some box office shit because Richard has the marketability that Lawrence don't have. Remember, Richard is low-key a model, bro. He be on the catwalk walking with the cats. That dude wearing strange clothes and shit. He got that universal marketability. Lawrence, it's like I feel bad because I don't really think he did something wrong. Like, it's not the same as the Buatsi shit. I feel like most of Lawrence's problems come down to how he fight. That it's just not entertaining, bro. I've been watching
personality
him
as well.
He don't have much personality.
That's what I mean.
But he got a good song though. Who heard the song?
Yeah, I've heard his music.
Good song, yo. Get Lawrence, yo. You see McDonald's, man. You used to work at McDonald's.
Is that what he's talking about?
But I don't feel like a lot of Lawrence's problems are self-imposed per se, so much as the style that he has is not an attractive style. I do feel that Sugar could change it. We'll see. Because for how he built, tall guy, long arms. If you could fight like a crunk fighter, yeah, it'll be better to watch. Feel me? So I do think he got the right trainer. But that's the main thing with Lawrence. They're like, yo, Lawrence, you've been around a while. Like, I've been watching you for years, bro. You ain't new. And it's really the style. I remember you used to just be in there wrestling with guys in the clinch. All that. I'm like, yo, dog, this dude is too tall for that, bro. Like, you got mad reach. You're not using that shit. You know what I mean?
Can he do something at heavyweight, you think?
Possibly, because I still maintain that he will have a cruiserweight's speed as a heavyweight. And even if he has his limitations, speed is a bitch at heavyweight. If you got a little bit of speed, that's a bitch for a lot of big old slow guys that don't be doing a lot. Like, look at Arslan Bek Makhmudov. All that motherfucker know is that. That's all he know. And that's all he gonna do all day. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, all day. If you got a little bit of speed that you could beat a guy to the punch and you weigh 200 plus, yeah, that's a game changer, bro. So I think
David Hay.
There go. And I think Lawrence, believe it or not, there's a chance that no, he might do okay. Like, I ain't saying he gonna be all that, but I don't think he just gonna be everybody bitch. Cause he big, he got plenty of room to fill out. He big, he got speed. Motherfucking Napoli says separate interviews with Shernika and Ellie prior to their fight would be cool. I'll try to get them for you, bro. LDBC's Most Wanted said that Omio, what happened to Wilder versus Ruiz rumors? Seems like it all died off. Well, Wilder versus Ruiz, right? Check the shit. Does Wilder really need to fight Ruiz to get Tyson Fury in the ring? No, he just don't want to get Tyson Fury in the ring. You gonna fight Ruiz for what? So you can fight Tyson Fury?
And you know what they did? You know what they did, yeah? They put him above Martin Bacoli.
Yeah, but Beats, I said this. Martin is fighting this month. He fighting on the 22nd on the undercard of Bobic and Rosansky. He fighting. So I'm like, if he win, what, y'all gonna keep Wilder ahead of him?
Of course they will.
Crooked.
They already had them conversations with the Saudis, man.
Crooked, bro. Crooked. And like, what the fuck has Wilder done in the subsequent, what it do, hot boxing? What has Wilder done in the subsequent months following the Helenius fight that he leapfrogged? Like, how, fam? How?
He's bitched, complained, and moaned about everything. That's what he did.
Motherfucker,
That's Saudi money, man.
Sad rapping about this is a peaceful land. Yeah, all right, motherfucker. That motherfucker took your soul, bro. That's what I see. I seen you look down and shit. blessings. Yeah,
that's right.
That motherfucker took your soul. Because I want all y'all go back, watch that shit. Fury not calling you out to dap you up. He G'ing on you. Yo, it's Bomb Squad. Don't forget I fucked you up, yo. 2 times. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly it.
And he went over there like the Herb, like, bless. Like, yo, he took your soul. Took your shit, yo.
That burnt him, man. Like, in hindsight, he probably thought about the events, and that's like, that's troubling him. That's troubling him immensely.
I think psychologically, I told you, I really believe that for Wilder, that was traumatic. But he did it to himself. Your worldview is what makes that traumatic. If you was just an athlete being an athlete and you say, yo, I lost to the better guy. It is what it is. Move on. You know what I mean? I ain't going to be ashamed that I lost to Fury because who will beat Fury? Nobody, right? I think so. It is what it is. It's a lot of guys that take L's that don't. I believe that there were fighters like Derek Chisora, who's a more crude example, that they got all type of losses, but they don't get complimented for the reserve they got. The resolve, I should say. Like Jose Zepeda got losses. He just won a fight. He literally got a fight before Regis in Mexico, rebounded. Like, I lost to Regis. It is what it is. I lost to Jose Ramirez. Not really, but you know, on paper. It is what it is. That kind of resolve is the backbone of the sport. You can't have guys that's going to fall apart just because they lost a fight. It's those guys like Derek, like Jose, a lot of guys that got an L in the column. They the ones that keep the sport going. Because a guy like Wilder, bro, he not the same, bro. Like, bless
you don't want to like your fight. You said, you know, in Ghana, you don't want to fight no more. Or if he wanted to fight, that Ruiz fight would have been made, as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you. Because
why have the WBC not ordered purse bids for that yet? How long did they order that fight?
Because Showtime is saying they ain't got the dough for the fight. That's what
literally that's what the story was a couple of weeks ago per a tweet from Michael Benson. That was in the rumor mill that the fighters is not happy with the money, and that's when all that shit about Eddie Hearn coming in came in. But Wilder killed that shit. But Eddie was trying to bankroll the fight. I think that's what Eddie said, take it to Saudi. And then Wilder killed all that shit. Like, nah, we not working with Eddie. So it is what it is. You should have let Eddie do that shit, bro. But it is what it is, B. That I'm with Beats on that. That I'm like, yo, push come to shove. Wilder's been a pro since 2008. He's got over 40 fights, 8 or 9 surgeries to the same arm, 2 career-altering losses. That those were not just you got knocked out, you got your ass whooped. That's different. It's a sustained beating. It'll change you. And it's like, to me, that dude got 1 foot halfway out the door. That's why I don't even know why people be talking about this. Joshua should fight Wilder. Bro, that shit is not going down. When you going to wake up? That shit ain't going down. Motherfucker told motherfuckers that shit ain't going down.
Outside of Luis Ortiz, could you name an opponent that Wilder has fought knocked out that maybe Derek Chisora wouldn't have done that to?
Please, bro. You know that's my story, bro. If Derek fought the same guys, the exact same guys that Wilder fought for 2 years, we'd be calling them the Chisora bomber, the bronze Chisora. Fuck. The difference between Derek and Deontay is Derek was fighting people when he was an unbeaten fighter. Who he fought? Tyson Fury. Did he fight Vitaly? Yes. And who's Wilder fighting? I don't know. Some motherfucker at the mall. Some motherfucker. That's why I said that, like, yo, that Wilder shit, that shit irritates me because it's like, yo, y'all really get this dude a pass for skipping out on a whole era of heavyweights. And no, don't give me he started late. Bullshit. He went to the Olympics. He bronzed. He not Joe Blow. He bronzed. You know how many motherfuckers don't go to the Olympics? You don't have that excuse, bro. Nah, I'm sorry. AJ was fighting for a title in 3 years of his pro career. Wilder took him 7 and 30-something fights, 32 fights, 7 years and 32 fights. Fuck out of here.
AJ only has 7 amateur fights more than Wilder.
Fucking crazy. He's a late starter. So is AJ. That didn't stop him from fighting people in the top 10. That's why he fought Brazil before you. When you fought him, it was years after he knocked his ass out. Motherfucker. I want all them guys to hurry up and get the fuck out of here. That's what I want. I want all them guys at 147, hurry up, get the fuck out of here. The guys at middleweight, just get the fuck out of here. Thank God Gennady is not coming back. The Eric Morales, who trains Jaime Munguia, he said the word around the campfire, Gennady not coming back no time soon. Take an extended period from boxing. Good. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Didn't WBC rank him at number 1?
Well, it don't matter. He ain't come back.
That's a shame. I wouldn't mind seeing him take on Charlo.
Look, I would have liked those things too, but it's with Gennady. It's like it's certain things you knew he wasn't gonna do. You knew he wasn't gonna fight Lara, even though it made sense. Because like you old and so is he. What's the problem? You old and so is he. They ordered the fight. What is the problem? Didn't want to fight Lara. You wasn't gonna fight Charlo. You should have fought Andre, and you didn't. You chose to sit out a year and not do nada, waiting for Murata, and that rhymed. It's like, bro, all right, bro, just go, bro. Just fuck it. Just get out of here, bro. Just go.
Oh, I think that Murata is retired now.
It's fucking shit, yo. That's a shame. I didn't want him to retire. I like Murata. He would have been a good guy for other people to fight. Like Murata versus Yanni Beck would have been a fun fight. Now all we got is punk ass Yanni Beck and a Brazilian guy. Andre should have fought that motherfucker.
AJ is right. I did call Gareth A. Davis a tit.
He is a tit. A little tit. He ain't even a big titty. He's a little titty. Shit. Gareth Davies is a dickhead, yo. And I'm tired of him. He's like, the arrogance of youth. No, the arrogance of you, motherfucker. How you gonna talk shit about this kid then think he gonna give you an interview?
Gareth A. Davis is a special type of dick rider. Like,
yo.
Like, we ain't never seen some shit like this. Like, yo, there's dick riders in America. Like, there's some motherfuckers that gargle cock. You feel me? But he's a dick rider.
If I was Ben, I would have smacked his hand away with the mic too. I'd have been like, "Get the fuck out of here, man!"
Nah, because you literally do an interview. I think it's morally wrong. All right. Conor, do you want to like my guy? You was literally just talking shit about him, bro.
You gotta remember,
I'd throw an orange at him.
You gotta remember, Conor Benn is a chip of the old block. His pops was just like that. So bro, at the end of the day, what do you expect? Like,
bro, Conor wake up frowning. I remember the first time I seen Conor, I'm like, yo, this motherfucker is mad. Like, why is he so mad?
Because he's Nigel Benn's son, man.
Well, that's how I found out that like that's Nigel. Oh, that's Nigel. Now what?
It makes sense. Now we got it.
They don't call him the Dark Destroyer for nothing.
He's mad in the motherfucker. Oh, every time you see the graphics of Conor, that motherfucker look like he bit the wrong side of a pomegranate. Man,
and Conor got your mustache style. You, him, and Vince McMahon.
Yo, I got my shit like this because of Conor. I was like, yo, I used to look fly with my mustache like that.
Jules looks like Teofimo Lopez.
Yo,
nah, bro.
Why did you do that, bro?
You look like
senior. Come on, bro. He don't look like that, bro.
Knock him out, Julius.
Bro, put up a pic of Teofimo.
I'm about to do that right now.
We motivate the great. You know, when we motivate the greats, we did it first, and we changed.
Yo, matter of fact, no, wait. I got pictures. Don't make me go in the classics and pull out the classic pictures. I was doing this before Teofimo was born.
Did you have that early 2000s thin line connecting your sideburn beard?
Well, I had look, I had the thin, super thin shit like Leonard Ellerby, and I said like,
Hurricane Hayes said,
point of this.
Question: does anybody think Conor's facial hair is fake?
My shit real, bro.
No, I mean Conor Ben, not you.
Oh, nah, they said, look, Conor, didn't he get surgery for that shit? Beats, didn't he get a surgery?
I know it.
He got transplants. Yeah,
I know it.
Really strange. Is it laser? I don't know. Laser.
I know it. I told
you. Hey man, Megan Fye said Julio Fimo. Oh, that's wrong.
I like it.
No, because this is facts. This is real facts for your ass. I was rocking that shit before Teofimo was even fucking born. So y'all ain't gonna do that shit to me. I was rocking that shit before that little motherfucker was born.
He's a fan of the real.
Was you rocking the pink? Was you rocking the pink like them Harlem motherfuckers?
No, I didn't do that corny shit.
Bias says you look German and Puerto Rican mix. Volkswagen Rodriguez.
Nah, see,
Yo, y'all see that?
I'm about to go to the shit. You pull out the classics.
Yeah, if
As long
Inspector
as you're
Clouseau
not-
is from
yo,
Bayamon.
Ivo Dave says you're the lead singer of Cholo on Ice. You got that
Chris, was you doing all that pink shit in Harlem too? When Cameron dropped it?
I wasn't doing that bullshit. I wasn't. I always thought that shit was weird. I'm about to go to my photo album. Y'all not gonna do this shit to me. I'm about to pull out the classics.
Hey, what's up, Ricky?
Yo, y'all see? They just announced the Davis Garcia undercard. That shit is caca, bro.
They owe Gabe Rosado a payday, bro.
Hey, Jules, it could have been worse. They could have called you Danny Garcia.
Nah, don't do me like that. Don't do me
Nah,
like that.
Jules don't be like, Kessie.
Exactly, yo. Don't do me like that, yo. I'm about to play all the classics.
Well, who's going to start off the Twitter hashtag about Julius?
You can't say that. That's like I would have
Yeah,
to
Listen, you motherfuckers. My farm was fat. You motherfuckers. I'm about to show y'all. Wait, somebody drop off so I could put the shit. Somebody drop off real quick.
All right, peace, guys. I'm off.
Yeah,
I appreciate you coming on, Sporting. I'm about to show
Can
y'all.
I just say, non-boxing related? This is how shitty this country is. It's 2 days and they're still talking about that basketball shit.
What, the girl?
Everywhere. Yeah. Oh my God. Can't
Worried
stand
about
this
that
shit.
shit?
No, that's how fucking fucked we are here. That people are still talking about that shit on every platform.
Bro,
that shit is not about nothing, bro. Hold on.
Y'all see all these oil cuts, man?
Hold on. I'm about to show y'all the classics. Brief look at the guard. When I was a young guard. I was a young guard.
Check out
I tell you the truth, that motherfucker looked fresh off the banana boat right there.
I am fresh off the banana
Hey,
boat.
look at this
I was a young guard.
Hey, someone show that.
How were you in that photo? How were you in that photo?
See, you got better eyebrows than Esau right there.
Well, I was a child in that photo, believe it or not.
Look at that picture and look at the
So
link.
how many
in the
years
private
What
studio
if I told you I wasn't not but motherfucking like 16, 17? You see all that hair, you motherfucker?
What year is this?
You and T
Bro,
look
look
like
at the brand on my chest, bro.
That's when Fat Farm was fat.
This is
Year it is,
1945.
Yo, Jules, you and Tio look like twins, man. Look at the picture in the chat, man. You and him look just alike.
Fuck you, country.
It's scary. It's not my fault you guys look
Bro,
alike.
it's not my twin. That's my son, B.
This dude was Yuriorkis Gamboa 20 years ago.
Bro, how do I look like Gamboa?
Bro, what?
Hey, can I tell you this one thing? Hey,
No,
Jules,
I
I know
look
that.
like Gamboa.
Jules.
I
click
know
on the
that
link in the
motherfucking
private chat, man. Seriously. And
Who
look at the
cares
picture
about that?
of the we do.
All I know, Jules, is you've been spending money on fucking fades and haircuts forever because you've been growing facial hair so long.
Bro, I'm not even kidding. My shit grew in when I was 12, 13. I already had my shit, B. I'm a hairy motherfucker. Not like on some Wolfman shit, but like
bro. We don't need to know that. We understand.
got the enhancements, B. I got
Then you had the thin line Tony Sunshine style from the
Nah,
cyber.
look, I'm gonna tell you what. Look, this was my shit, my go-to shit, like my default settings. And then when I was feeling fly, I let it connect. You know what I mean? I let it connect. And it wasn't until I got older that I was like, yo, I'm gonna be on my real grown man Wolfman shit and just let the beard grow. That was much later. But this was the default settings that the phone came in. Like, you know, when you first buy iPhone default settings, that's this shit. That was my go-to shit. Cause it's the low maintenance shit. I don't gotta do a lot to this. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's done.
Use a liner or a shaver?
No, I just use the shaver.
The shaver, okay.
See, when I do the other shit, I literally use an old library card and I have to.
Ain't no way he said that shit on air. You didn't say that shit.
I did.
Yo, time out, everybody. Time to fuck out. So this motherfucker said I use an old library card.
Dead ass.
Well, Jules, you don't have a barber? You don't have a barber do that at the shop for you? You know, I do.
No,
look, where I'm at, I'm going to tell you how fucked up it is out here, right? It's the shit, right? Any halfway decent barber, decent, I don't even mean great, but decent. The decent barbers out here is prima donnas. Like, they want too much. take too long, and it's retarded. It's like, bro, my barber will be drunk out of his mind and yours and still cut some fucking hair and do it quick and make it look good.
That's a G right there.
Oh, damn,
you know what I'm saying? My barber. But out here,
Instagram has ruined barbers.
How much they charge for like a cut? Like what's the average price?
I would say when I was back home, which you have to bear in mind, it was close to a decade ago. But it was $15 for the cut, the taper, and a beard. But I would give them $20 to $25 with the tip. So the tip would be anywhere between $5 and $10. You know what I mean? These guys want $25 out there. Like, bro, you ain't even that nice.
Bro, I pay twice that. I pay twice that for my cut.
With a tip right now is $65.
You Edgar Berlanga.
What do you
I have hair though. I have hair. Listen.
Why are you paying $65, bro? Are they putting highlights in your shit?
No, he has to use scissors. He gives me the hot shave with the towel and the foam. Then he uses a straight razor to shave my shit. So
all right,
that definitely sounds like white people prices.
Have you ever heard of the art? Have you guys been to that? Have you been to a bar?
You the main one that come at Edgar Berlanga's head, bro. Your haircut costs almost as much as his. He the one getting $150. If you go to the barber and you give him $150 for a Caesar, bro.
No, I don't get a Caesar.
You could give yourself.
My hair is almost as long as in another 2-3 months it'll be long as John Wick's.
Listen, bro. $60 is too much.
No, it's $15. I give him a $15 tip.
Do you make an appointment to get your haircut?
I give him a $15 tip, bro.
I do every time.
Damn,
every time
I go in, I grab.
Why will call me Eric Morales, bro?
No, I give it a put. But here's the thing: he's not. I had to find a barber because these barbers in LA, they want to take pictures of you every cut with the fucking ring light,
the phones and
I told this dude, like, look, bro, I don't want to be bothered when you cut it. I don't need you answering the phone, checking shit. Like, so I'll pay extra for you to just chill, just cut my shit and get me the fuck out of here.
Listen, ain't nothing like a good old New York Dominican barber, and I'm not exaggerating. Like, I'm not lying to you. Go to the barber, you're gonna see 6 Corona bottles right there on the shit. This motherfucker has been drinking all day, doing merengue moves and shit.
Hey, but you motherfuckers know how to use. Here's the thing: they know how to use shears too. They just don't use clippers. They know how to cut all kinds of hair.
I'm trying to tell you, motherfucker, be sauce. Watching a baseball game, cutting your hair, not even looking at you. And
with a dull machete.
Them Dominicans, bro, them Dominicans, they can cut your hair, they can turn a double play and hook up your T-Mobile phone.
And knock out Rayo, Polo.
So everyone who lives in my city,
I love a good straight razor shave, man. That's the best.
Everyone from my city is a transplant from New York, so there are tons of Dominicans down here. They literally are the best barbers in the world. I cannot.
Look at that shit, yo. God out here.
You look like what's his name said you had a. Oh, go ahead, man.
All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Julio, where do you stay, Julio?
Yo, Polo just tried to tell me yesterday that Xander's mid.
What? You know why he's no, wait a minute. You know why he's saying that? Because of that other kid, bro. Because of that other kid.
Jesus Ramos.
He started talking about he started doing that shit he do where he'll start naming random guys like he beat Pinuelito Josequetti, bro. I'm like, who is that, bro?
Oh, no, bro. You got to check his amateur record in '92, bro. He beat those guys 2 times in the Emmys.
Who just said Polo said he was Xander was mid? Who said that?
Bro, Polo said that.
Polo said that, bro.
Polo said that.
You know, Polo's funny. I love Polo. But how long till Polo says Pacheco? Everybody's ducking Pacheco at 68.
He's ducking Pacheco, bro.
Another year?
Because he's ducking him, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's going. Just watch and wait. Because when he a fan of a guy, like he'll go up to bat for him, bro. He'll go up to bat for him.
I enough time.
When I said Bam was going to stop. SS Runga,
bro, remember he was trashing Bam.
I was the only one. And he said Rayo's on Bam's level,
bro.
Hey, Jules. Hurricane Hank says he guarantees you were wearing Jenko pants in that pic.
No,
yo.
I'm gonna tell you what I was wearing in a pic. I could tell you right now. I was wearing some acid washed gray jeans from Fat Farm, and I was wearing gray and white Beef and Brocks when they first came out. The Beef and Brock Timbs. That's what I was wearing. That's how old I am.
That's fire. No, I ain't gonna hold you.
Yo, we have to talk about how criminal this undercard is. If they're gonna be
who's on it? Who's on it? Who's on it?
Yo, you know what's on it? Rosado Malakuziev 2.
Okay.
Oh damn.
For $84, bro. For $84.
Right, who else? What's the other fights? What's the other fights?
They have David Morrell versus some nobody.
Okay.
Elijah Garcia versus Kevin Salgado.
Yo,
I don't know either
like,
one.
Never heard of both of them. Never heard of them. Next.
I've never heard of both.
And I you know what no one's talking about, Jules? I mean, we know it's part of the DAZN package over there in the UK, but they must have tested the waters of like, okay, what's this pay-per-view look like it's going to do abroad? And they're like, okay, never mind.
No, because it's a smart play. And I'll give it to Showtime for not being dumb. You know, I'll give it to them for not being dumb that if you want to get the most eyes on this fight, you cannot build this or try to at 4 or 5 in the morning as a pay-per-view. You bugging, bro. Ain't nobody gonna buy that shit. You better make that shit part of the regular subscription and get them subscriptions, bro. Cause ain't nobody finna pay you all that for this at 6 in the morning, really? It's not that deep, bro. It is not that deep. These guys is not even that. They ain't even it like that, bro. You bugging.
So question is Boots and Williams Zepeda not on the card?
No.
That's what I'm saying. They couldn't
even
put Boots
They
on
lied
shit.
to us.
Man, this shit is trash, dude.
Bro, listen, Julio, I said this at the top of the show. If they was smart, Williams Zepeda, Isaac Cruz, co-main event.
Monster fight.
It don't make no sense for no motherfucking Isaac Cruz to be acting like that. Like, bro, can you stop? You lost that fight, my guy.
Yeah,
what is wrong with you, bro?
He didn't even win. He's acting like a diva, man. It's like, come on.
Seriously,
who's he knocked out since then? A past the game
You know who they should feed Isaac Cruz to? The dude who knocked out Rayo, because that dude who knocked out Rayo,
he turned him down. I think
he turned him down. He turned down like 5 people, bro. He turned down Ryan. He turned down Shakur. He turned down Rivera. He turned down De Los Santos. It's like, bro, you don't like. So what's the plan then, bro?
Okay, I see what they're doing with him. I see what they're doing now.
But then, if he not gonna fight them guys, what is the plan?
They're saving him for take again. How much you want to bet?
That would be so fucking nasty.
It's so corny, bro.
That would be so fucking nasty.
Bro, you know they'll do it, you fellas. You know they'll do it. They would
you know what they doing? Listen, this is what I heard. I heard he going the IBF route. And we know that Devin about to fight Lomachenko, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Devin win and Isaac is on the IBF route, maybe what they figure, let's pick up a vacant title.
Yep.
Because these shits might fuck around. And if Devin win, now if Loma win, he not gonna fight Loma. If Loma, you ain't gonna go over there, bro.
Why do people think it's a
they're gonna wait. They're not going to do nothing because Shakur's not going nowhere for at least another, Jules? 18 months?
Exactly, bro. He going to be there.
He'll be there for a while.
No, listen, no disrespect to Devin, but Loma has to win now. I cannot fucking stand the future of the lightweight division where they have fucking belts and they don't make fights.
I agree with you, bro, that it would be better for the division and continuity if one guy has those belts, because then either you going to see him or go see him, or you're gonna get exposed.
That's a perfect example. You either gonna see the man or you're gonna be a bitch to the rest of the boxing public.
Honestly, because if you're not trying to fight the dude, if you remember, you ain't Davis, bro. Not that I think Davis is all that, but Davis makes enough doing his little sucker shit that he could do that. You not him, bro. So you need to have them fights. You done turned down like 5 motherfuckers, 4 or 5 motherfuckers.
Shameless.
Ridiculous, bro. Most of them guys is on his side of the street. That's the dumb part. Rivera's on your side of the street. Motherfucking De Los Santos is on your side of the street. I think Frank Martin, like why y'all can't make Isaac Cruz versus Frank Martin? What's wrong with that?
Not bad. That's a good fight.
I would watch that.
Shit don't
breaks off him.
But I'm saying if you didn't want Ryan, you turned down Shakur. And remember, they ordered him to fight Shakur. The WBC ordered him to. Nah, he didn't want to do that neither. Sorry, Isaac. What is the plan, bro? Who are you gonna fight, bro?
I'm just gonna bother people and just be short and stumpy. That's why I'm
for real, yo. For real.
That's funny. Hey, by the way, Jules, that was an excellent live today with Sinisa Estrada, man.
But look at how excellent his fat form is, though. Look at that fat form.
That's what fat form is. I love how Sinisa winked about what's going on with her and WWE.
Yo, look, but check out my farm is fat, bro. Look at my fat farm.
That's when the farm was really fat.
Listen,
is that when you was eating there? Is that when you was
that
eating
chain I'm wearing? You see that chain I'm wearing, right?
Is that when you was eating the 25-cent wings from the spot?
Listen, that was white gold, right? I saw a lot of nickel bags to get that chain, bro. Trying to tell you, I was.
You was in the park pumping. Look at you.
Trying to tell you, yo.
Jules, man, you don't tell us you got a sibling rivalry with Tio, man.
You don't leave me alone. I'm that little man. I am that little boy's father, bro. What is y'all talking about?
Yo, can we take that dude from the left all the way out, all the way to the far left?
Oh, wait. So
hey, yo, Tio's not even really from New York, though, right?
So, Jules, you're saying
no, bro? He really a Florida guy, bro.
But he was. Could the timelines match up? Could you actually be his father?
I mean, like he look. Be real. He don't look more like. Be real. Wait, shh. He don't look more like me than Senior.
If the gold suit fits.
And apparently, according to you were in the Bronx a lot. Fucking bitches.
I'm about to show y'all. I'm about to show y'all that I'm his father. Look at me. Look at him, right? Look at his eyebrows. All you can see is his eyebrows, right? Look at his eyebrows. Yep. And then look at this. Real secrets of the boxing world out here, B.
So you're admitting that you got the gold suit.
Listen, you know the kid from Brooklyn that he do all the backflips? That's my son. Literally, that is my son. His last name ain't Lopez. It's my son. I had to tell you at some point. I had to tell you.
His real last name is Ring IQ.
His last name is Ring IQ. Motherfucker wanted some closure in his life. Motherfucking scumbag you are.
Oh, shit, yo.
Man, Megan Fire been busting on you, dude. You're talking about Julio Fimo Fuente Lopez.
Listen, B, I skipped out on all that child support. I'm not supporting that child. Now while he out here losing to George Kimboso,
Yo, bro, you heard about that dude? You heard about that dude who said, "Yo, I got 7 women pregnant, and I'm not trying to take care of none of the kids."
I seen that. That dude is bugging. No, but listen, look, wait. Nobody say nothing. He made a point that was valid. He did.
Yeah, it was valid. Yeah, all
like if I told you, yo, I'm not trying to do that, and y'all, I'm not trying to do that, and you do it anyway, it's like there should be like I don't know, like a boundary or something. Like
you have to understand, women are never going to ever just stick to the course of the plan. That's never going to fucking happen. So when you do that shit, you assume that responsibility. It is what it is. If you don't fuck with the bitch, you don't have to fuck with her. You knew who she was going into it anyway. But it's fucked up.
Honestly, though, that dude got serious traumatic issues. That's why he is the way he is.
Nah,
but listen. This is how dumb he is, because he's inviting. Then we're like, oh, you back on child support, bro. We locking you up.
Nah, because that's why when you go to certain blocks, for example, my name is Franklin.
You know what he did? Fucking scumbag.
Franklin, fam. I don't know who's Julie. Who? I don't know that guy. My name is Franklin.
Because on like my blog, how we grew up, you couldn't trust the dude that will fuck anything. You can't.
Bro, but also why? Like, that's why you not supposed to be out here telling people your government. Nah, my name is John Wick. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nobody out here. You don't know me. You know what I mean? Telling everybody your government. Yeah, my name is Christopher Bartholomew Simpson. Nah, fam, you bugging. I don't know these people. You know what I'm saying? So
Check that
I seen that video. I felt a little bit of what he said because he did raise a valid point. He said, "Well, I'm not ready to be a father." You know, he didn't, and there's no consideration for those guys that is saying that outright. Like, nah, I ain't trying to do that yet. But I don't seem to have a say so in the matter. And
You have a say so. Keep your shit strapped up.
man, listen, man.
Why she flipping it up like that? Go
Listen,
handle it.
man. Listen, man. Listen, man. Gotta be out here and got a nut and everything.
At some point, I'm just expecting a chair to fly hit Jules in the face.
Yeah. No, what?
Jules, you bet one day a chair gonna fly and hit you in the face, bro. Like,
That would have laughed.
man,
it might be one of them sword.
A chair fly into frame, and then the stream ends abruptly.
You're gonna be sitting there talking, and this boxing glove's gonna come from the side of the screen and hit him.
Like one of them spring joints.
A giant cane is gonna pull Julius off screen.
Like one of them Acme spring joints. You open the box.
The wife.
God, I always wanted to send people that shit, bro. Like,
oh, shit. Not for real though. Like I seen that shit, and yeah, I am tell. Like if you look, Lopez fan. Wait, there you go, Lopez, yo. Just see the frame. See what I mean?
Hey, read the super chat, man.
Virtuoso said, "Jules, you really knocked somebody up in Florida." I was down there for 2 weeks, B. I don't know what happened. And I seen this kid on TV. I seen this kid on TV doing backflips. I'm like,
yo, bro, I'll be so sick. Like, oh, that's my son. Oh, nah.
Yo, what if it come out on Vlad TV? Be like, come to find out, Lopez Senior is not his father.
oh man,
Jules, I was like, oh shit. I would say Jules.
Yo, I am your father.
Bro, B, I'm gonna come out with a Darth Vader mask. Like, yo, you shouldn't have lost to George. Listen to your father.
The relay theme starts playing.
Yep. I think George honestly might have took his soul, bro. What do y'all think?
I believe. Look, I said this in a couple of lives that I believe that for his psychological health, he need to run it back. I don't know why they treated the situation that way. I'm going to be real. I think Lopez beats him in a rematch. I would pick him to win a rematch.
So do I.
I do believe that Lopez is a better fighter than George, but it don't mean shit for me to believe it. You gotta do it, yo. You gotta do it.
Bottom line, he just adapted the wrong. He fought the wrong fight. That's what he did.
Let me tell you something. T.O. in his worst almost knocked that guy out. In his worst,
yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Like at the end of the day, T.O. can take some, take that with him. Like, yo, at my worst, I almost knocked this guy out. So at the end of the day, he ain't really shit. So all I gotta do is properly fight this motherfucker. I'm gonna take him out.
Wait. This just in from the rumor mill. Because Virgil Ortiz will not be fighting on the 29th, William Zepeda may end up taking his spot. That's Golden Boy's plan. Shh.
Who's he fighting? They say?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, they can do that.
Yo, I got a question for y'all. Who the fuck is available that he could fight?
Hello.
We already know what kind of matchmaking is going to be.
You know
short notice matchmaking.
You know who he is? You know he can fight?
Who?
You know he can fight? Drew.
Nah.
It's too bad Virgil Ortiz has got that illness, though. I mean,
bro, who is Elijah Garcia?
I don't know who that is. I have no idea.
I have no idea why.
Ain't he like a middleweight?
Who's Kelvin Salgado?
Never heard of him. Never heard of him.
He's up and coming. I do know Floyd Schofield's on the undercard as well.
I don't know who they are.
Nah, I fuck with Floyd Schofield. I fuck with him.
Fuck up, bro. I liked him. He fucked people up.
He's good.
He fucked people up, like, and he young, so you know he gonna end up at 40 at some point. But he fucked people up. I like him.
No, bro.
I know Elijah Garcia.
Hey,
yo, bro. Is it me or these fucking 35s are big as shit? Look at the person that Shakur gonna be fighting. Nigga, big as fuck. Like,
yo, these 35s is huge, bro. Like Floyd looked like a damn he looked like a welterweight, bro. Floyd Schofield looked like a brolic as shit, pack as shit.
Hey, Jules.
And
do you
he's
think
fast as fuck, bro, for no
do you think
reason, bro.
Do you think they'll bring back that Buffachenko looking dude as an opponent for somebody?
Yeah, because he gave it, bro. That was a good ass fight, bro. I'm gonna say
that was a rough night for Jahi, man.
Nah, but I'm going I fuck with Jahi Tucker. Like now, I do like yo, that motherfucker. He turned it on. Like that was a horrible first round.
He did, but that first round, man, he got lit up like a Roman candle.
Horrible first round.
How the hell he stayed on his feet is beyond me, man. He should have got
Long
dropped.
Island strong though, baby. Long Island.
People are already
Bro,
talking about, oh,
that-
he's gonna
that-
beat Xander and all this other
Long
shit. Like,
Island.
chill.
Nah, I know,
Breaks,
bro.
bro.
I know, bro.
I won't go that far. I won't go
They're
that
two
far.
different points of their careers. I think
Will
Xander's
Lynch-
an early contender, and then Jahi's a straight prospect. Like, chill out.
Yeah, he a prospect.
Hey, Jules.
This nigga right now, though.
Willie Lynch wants to know when you're gonna claim your Capricorn brother, man.
Listen, if y'all don't leave me the fuck alone with this Claire Boggs motherfucker. George said fantasy series Prom Floyd Patterson versus the current heavyweight cruiserweight division. Survive, thrive, or slaughterfest. I'm gonna be real. Nah, Floyd didn't have a chin, bro.
I don't give a fuck. He hit what?
Be real. You would pick. All right.
He hit one of them niggas with that left hook. There, niggas are going to sleep.
You think they bigger now than they was before?
Floyd Pat. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, I think he kind of drowned. He's small. He's
I think he was drowned, bro. And I'm not trying to be fucked up. I'm like, nah, Floyd.
No disrespect to Patterson. He's an ATG for sure, but nah, man. Like, he's very undersized. He really was.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, he's come back from all his losses outside of Sonny fucking Liston and put people on the ass. Like, no, I got.
He was a Capricorn too, though.
That's true. I mean, I'm not saying he could probably beat some cruiserweights, but probably not all.
All right, would you pick him to beat Lawrence?
Yes.
Gives Lawrence a boxing lesson.
Yeah, because the people.
I think he got points on point Lawrence. He'll beat him on points probably.
That peekaboo style is great for fucking tall, lanky motherfuckers like
That's
Lawrence.
true. Now that
he went 12 rounds with Ali.
Yeah,
he did.
Right. I might need to rewatch a couple of his fights. Yeah, you right.
I ain't gonna hold you. Ali beat the shit out of him.
Shit out of him, yo. Xander is gonna turn Jahi into Mahi.
That's a fucking.
That's gonna be a great.
Hey,
fight.
fellas, Floyd Patterson fought Ali twice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lose on points both times, or did Ali stop?
No, I think he knocked him out in the second one.
Okay,
he knocked him out in both.
He knocked him out in both. I
thought the first one went to points.
Because it's 15 rounds though. He went 12 out of 15.
Yeah, he did knock him out. I remember that.
Let me ask y'all this fantasy matchup: Nigel Benn versus Julian Jackson at 160.
Julian Jackson.
I got Nigel Benn. I got Nigel because
I got Jackson. Jackson.
Wait a minute. Who the one that disarmed Julian? Who disarmed?
Mike McCallum.
He undressed Julian. B.
Yep.
And Julian didn't have a chin.
That was some brilliant body punching he did in that fight. Let's
not act like Julian didn't have Mike McCallum hurt.
He did early on. In the first round, he did.
He gets everybody hurt, though.
But McCallum weathered that shit, and he came back in the second and stopped that motherfucker.
You think? Okay, so what you saying is you think Jackson would Jackson Benn? That's what you saying?
No. Hear me out. Due to how aggressive Nigel Benn is and how this his mentality of violence, I think he would just overpower him because he's bigger.
Thanks.
But the thing is, with Nigel
Ben was always dangerous early on.
All of Julian Jackson's losses are early stoppages.
But
Nigel Benn starts.
Yeah,
fast.
that's true. That's true.
The thing is,
destroyer B.
Yeah, I got Ben. Yeah, I changed my mind. I got Ben. I got Ben. Yeah, I got Ben.
The thing is with Ben though, Ben's not a better boxer than Julian because
he don't need to be. If he get off to a fast start, it ain't gonna be no boxing.
Yeah, but he gets hit by one of them right hands, bro. He's getting folded.
That's the story of Deontay Wilder career. If yeah, motherfucker. Right,
yo, bro. Think about it like this: Nigel Benn was supposed to fight Harold Graham. He ducked Harold Graham and wanted no parts of it.
What that got to do with Julian Jackson, bro?
Harold Graham?
Yeah, Harold Graham is a pure boxer, though.
Hear me out, though. Hear me out. Mind you, Harold Graham put the pressure on him. He was fucking him up, and he
Styles P makes fights, motherfucker. Styles P. Your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
To this day, how Jackson just waylaid. That's one of the best knockouts I've ever seen. Like,
shit
like
was
oh
bad,
my
bro.
God. Like, just
Nigga,
terrifying.
To this day, one of the
I watched
most violent knockouts that I have ever seen is Martinez P. Will. He just went limp.
No. You remember when Simon Brown got knocked out with that left hook and he started just keep punching the air? Like,
Oh, yeah.
bro, that shit was
That's some cartoon shit, bro.
Yo, 90s knockouts.
But like
bro.
low-key, but fellas, low-key, Harold Graham said that punch Julian Jackson, he said that punch would have waylaid anybody, probably even a heavyweight.
Yo, bro, he got knocked out for 7 minutes. Yo, bro, all that shit was this. Boom! Knocked out Cole for 7 minutes. And mind you, you're about to win your first world title. The fucking boxing industry hasn't been good to you, and you about to overcome all that shit, and then
bam,
Bro,
done.
speaking of Harold Graham, who do you guys think is the best fighter to never win a title? He's up there.
That's good. That's a long list of guys, actually.
That's too low. Yeah, like I mean, it's a lot of guys that never got a belt. Ernie Shavers never got a belt.
Howard Davis Jr. Howard Davis Jr.
Sammy Davis Jr. He didn't used to box.
Howard Davis Jr.
Howard Stern.
I'll eat this motherfucker.
Howard Stern.
Terrence Howard. Howard the Duck.
Terrence Howard.
Yo, who
Rolly
wins
Romero.
Who wins still? Mike McCallum and Nigel Benn at 160. I got Mike.
Oh, Mike McCallum. I got Mike McCallum all the way. Mike
Out of
McCallum.
those two, Mike
Dude,
McCallum.
Mike McCallum was claiming none of the four kings wanted to fight him, man.
I believe him. I believe him.
Hold on, how boxing said David Tua,
Mhm.
Ike Boo Boo Boo. I can't say his name, bro. Okay.
Abeabuchi.
Abeabuchi.
By Bamboo
They
Paper.
fought. They
By
fought.
Bamboo Paper. Drunken Master, Emmanuel. You just being sentimental saying Augustus, bro. Just being
Nah.
What the fuck was he gonna win a belt from, bro?
But Chris is onto something. I mean, Mike McCallum claims the Four Kings ducked him. Do you guys know that he was Roberto Duran's mandatory challenger? He fought Tommy Hearns.
Yeah,
Really, swear to God, Mike McCallum was, but he vacated his belt and fought Tommy instead.
But it was is that a duck though?
Yeah,
is it a duck when you find a hitman?
Yeah.
That's not
true.
But yo,
I'm just saying he was mandatory.
Let me tell you this though. Let me tell you this. After that fight, he still called Roberto Duran out. Yo, I want that fight. I want to fight you.
And he didn't.
He didn't do it. Didn't do it.
Duran didn't want that.
Nope.
Yo, bro, Mike McCallum wanted Tommy Hearns so bad. You know what Manny Stewart said? Yo, the only time you're gonna get Tommy Hearns here
is in this picture. Is in this picture.
Nah,
that's the closest you're ever gonna get to him. Is in this picture.
Yo, bro, you see how crazy? No, because Manny knew he was gonna fuck Tommy up.
Bro, I believe that. I believe Mike would have beat Tommy if they fought.
Nah,
really
I don't. Bro, watch the
I
Harold
do.
Graham fight. Harold Graham was giving him all these issues just with the jab, just boxing.
Yo, but look what he was doing to her. He hit her one time with a right hand, had his whole neck snapped back, bro.
But Tommy Hearns had a chin.
No,
Tommy
bro,
Hearns had a-
what?
What?
Yeah, Tommy Hearns did have a chin.
Yo,
Yo,
no,
what the
no. He's an 18. He had
All
no
right.
chin. I'm sorry.
Who did get knocked out by?
I
Marvin
read
Hagler?
fucking Barkley. The
Iran
flame.
Barkley
I read
did a punch
Barkley in
off?
3 rounds.
Marvin Hagler, Sugar
Marvin
Ray
Hagler
Leonard.
in 3 rounds. Sugar stopped
Hagler
him.
knocked him out.
He's only getting knocked out by big punchers, though. He's not getting
Sugar's not a
stopped
big
by-
puncher. Sugar Ray's not a big puncher.
Bro, Sugar Ray Leonard was knocking people's dicks in the dirt.
Speed, you bugging, bro.
What?
Sugar has speed, bro.
Well, let me tell you this, bro, about Mike McCallum. Mike McCallum had a cumulative power. And mind you, you're going to the body of a skinny guy who's explosive. And trust me, he needs somebody not to hit him in his ribs to let those right hands go as fast as he possibly can. And if you watch that sparring session with fucking Mike McCallum, mind you, he has a 3-inch reach disadvantage. I think 3 to 4 inch reach disadvantage.
Bro, Mike was giving him the business, bro.
And he's controlling the center of the fucking ring. I'm telling you. And mind you, Mike had tough fights with David Braxton and McCrory. I do
And
think
Tony Braxton.
Yeah, you funny motherfucker. Bro. Funny motherfucker.
And guess what? Mike McCallum was never stopped or knocked out in all his losses.
I don't think he would have beat Hagler or Leonard though.
I think Mike would have gave Leonard hell on earth.
He would have gave Leonard problems.
He would have.
Because look at it.
He gave all these guys problems, I believe.
Ayuk Kalule was winning that fight against Leonard until Leonard pulled it out the fucking hat, bro. And let me tell you this. You know why I think Mike McCallum would have gave all those people all they could handle outside of Hagler? There was a fighter that back in the 80s, Luigi Mancillo. Luigi Mancillo fought Thomas Hearns and Roberto Duran and Mike McCallum. Who was the only person that stopped him in Italy in the 13th round? That was Mike McCallum, bro. McCallum was a bad motherfucker, and everybody knew that.
Didn't Mike McCallum fight Aaron Pryor?
No, Mike McCallum.
No.
Nah, fam.
Mike
I
fuck
could have
Aaron
swore,
Pryor.
or maybe they sparred. I could have swore they like.
Maybe they squad, but they ain't fight. They say Gerald McClellan hit harder than Julian Jackson. I don't know if I believe that, but he was no joke in his day, and he destroyed Mugabe in one round.
But you gotta remember, Mugabe he
was
faced
washed by that point.
beat up by fucking Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler said, "Yo, I was gonna ruin that man's career." He did.
Bro, that's a fight you could show anybody, bro. Hagler Mugabe. If you don't never watch no boxing, you can watch.
That was worse than the war. That was
That's a
worse
classic.
than the war.
That's a classic.
That was worse than the Tommy Hearns fight because that shit went 11 fucking rounds.
Yeah, that was an 11-round war, man. That shit went way beyond.
Bad. But I'm telling you this: with Mike McCallum, he had every tool to beat those dudes, and how he took niggas' bodies. Like it was like, yo, you ever see the Mike McCallum fight versus Michael Watson? Fight?
I saw that fight. Very good fight. Very good performance. Yeah, he just broke. Watson was good, but Mike was.
Well, they called McCallum the body snatcher, so I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, this is an ugly ass photo, bro.
Oh my god. That was a good. That was a really good fight with him and Michael Watson, though. That really was.
Yeah, but no, Mike,
man.
You know what really fucked Michael Watson up? He used to hitch his jab a lot. He used to hitch his jab and throw it. He never used to just throw it straight. And Mike McCallum would see that and just counter the fuck out of him. You know who I would love to see Mike McCallum fight back in the day? Chris Eubank. Eubank said, McCallum lowballed him. Because you know why, Chris? You didn't have a big fucking enough recognized belt. You were just a contender.
Had the BO, didn't he?
The WBO belt wasn't really
it wasn't recognized at that time. I know.
Yeah,
so at that time.
I'm telling you, Chris Eubank underrated, but he got fucked up by McCallum. Up and down.
But remember when they did the sit down? I think it was about 2 years ago, maybe 3. They asked Chris why you never fought Roy.
What he said, Jules?
And like in so many words, it's like I can't remember what he said verbatim.
He said it would have been akin to suicide.
Yeah, and like you admitted, like, so you ducked these guys.
So this is the thing I never liked about Eubank. For a guy who talked gargantuan amounts of shit and talked this warrior code shit, you mean to tell me you're a warrior, but you ducking James Toney, who said he will beat your grandma?
Bro, he never said the warrior's stupid, bro. You know what I mean? If you'd have fought James, that was a dumb move. You shouldn't have did that.
No, bro. Once James beat up Iran Barkley the way he did, motherfuckers looked at James like, yeah, I ain't gonna fuk with that nigga.
Leave him alone, B.
And Nigel Benn didn't fight James Toney either.
Yeah. He did it. He said like, all you Americans have that mouth. I'm telling you, James would have beat the shit out of Nigel so bad. Like Nigel would have got fucked up. Like Nigel wouldn't win a round. Nigel would throw all that wild ass shit. James would just get right under it, shoulder roll him to death, just pick him apart.
Now, gentlemen, I have a question. It pertains to a date in May. I believe that you have about 3 shows. It's about 3 shows all happening at the same time. It's Laura versus Wood, Conlon versus Lopez, and I think, what's the other one, man? I think it's Chris Billum Smith fight. Out of them 3 fights, Lawrence Okoli versus CBS, Conlon versus Lopez, and Wood versus Lara 2. What you gonna watch?
Wood Lara 2.
Wood Lara 2.
That's what I thought. But you watching, Chris?
I gotta go with Wood Lara, bro.
Yeah, because I mean, could Lee Wood could he beat Lara? Does Lara have his number 2? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he do. You gonna hit him with that same left hook, and his head gonna bounce off that canvas.
You know what my rationale is? Conlon probably gonna win. I think he gonna win, but it's gonna be a decision, bro.
Yeah.
I think the Wood fight comes first, and the Conlon fight comes second, bro.
And imagine Robazy versus Michael Conlon after that. Shit is gonna
he called out the winner. He wants to win.
Shit is gonna be a snooze fest.
Can I say that Robazy lost? Can I say that Robazy lost a little bit of stock with me this past Saturday?
Absolutely.
Not just because he kept you up over fucking 1 o'clock in the morning, but he didn't do nothing.
He didn't
dazzle.
That's what I mean. That he won. Look. No. He won, and that's cool. But you didn't do the Isaac. What Navarrete did that? Navarrete fucked him up, bro.
No shit out of him. Beat the fucking shit.
All right, let me. Can I play devil's advocate?
Wait.
That's how you
Don't
know.
say nothing.
Hold up.
Polo. I will only drop the link if you admit that Xander is better than Jesus. Other than that,
Bro,
down,
Xander was telling me.
And this
Bro,
is how you know
wait,
that
wait.
what Robisi did last night, Saturday night. That's how you know he can't. That his girl's ass is too much for him. He can't handle that ass if he can't handle dog bag.
Damn.
Exactly, bro.
Fellas, that's his 12th
Fuck that.
pro
Now
fight.
keep it real though, Jules. He can't fuck with that ass.
Bro, that's too much ass for him. That's too much.
Bro, this man Polo was trying to tell me Xander is mid, but Jahai Tucker is better than him.
Bro, get out of here. Get out. Yo, Polo, you gotta write it in the chat. Xander is better than Jesus and Jahi Tucker.
Watch. Okay, bro. Type
I'm gonna
it,
go
bro.
say bro 3 times in the mirror.
Pete, you already
Pacheco-
started. Wait, you already started, bro. Jesus has a better How, bro?
And they're
Based
not
on
the
what,
same
bro?
age. Jesus is older.
Come on, B. Stop with this Jesus.
I bet you he
hype.
think Pacheco's gonna start getting ducked at 68 after his next fight.
I mean, wait a minute though. Like Pacheco is a different gravy though. Who
Yeah.
want to fight Pacheco?
Willingly at this point, I don't know.
Shit,
Yo, Edgar's not gonna fight that guy, bro.
Edgar not going. Nah, I hope he do though. That'd be a great day.
He has a fight in June.
Oh God.
Well, that's one guy we know is gonna duck him.
Well, who are they gonna get for Edgar though? Because he about
Like,
to
when is he gonna be back out?
No, he got a
fighting
fight
in
date. He
June.
do got a fight date. He said he got a fight date. It's coming up, but it's like
Yeah, it's gonna be in June. Richardson Hitchens gonna be on the undercard.
Okay.
who he gonna fight though?
I don't know.
There's not enough bums out there for him to fight, bro.
They gonna find somebody. They gonna find
Stop
somebody.
I'm sure they'll find a Puerto Rican bum. They're all over
Bruh,
the place.
this is like it's go for Drew. It's gonna have to be like listen. It's gonna have to be like some boxcar Eddie type of like some like nondescript bums because it's like nah, son. We can't put you in here with nobody that even has anything semblant of a name, bro. Because you gonna look crazy and stink this bitch out. I can't imagine who they gonna put him in there with, bro.
What about
And-
Shane Mosley Jr.?
Nah, Shane got too. Look, no, because Shane gonna fight. Like Shane is not his father, but he's not bad either. He's not bad, but he can fight. He didn't he just fight Rosado not that long ago?
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, decision.
Yeah, he fought his
Yeah, he didn't get Melakuziev, right?
Nope.
Nah. What about Uskategi?
Polo love Uskateki, bro. Polo, that's your man, right?
I think dude's watching.
Oh, it
this
says
point.
by a year.
Bro, listen, bro. All right, Xander is better than Jesus, bro, and you need to live with that.
Jesus who?
Some motherfucker, bro.
I thought you were talking
Jesus, some
Jesus
motherfucker.
Ramos.
Now, can I ask y'all a question? Do you think Rayo got robbed worse than Choco in the second Estrada fight?
Bro, I thought Rayo was on the level of Bam. Bam, that shit ain't out here happening to Bam. I know that shit.
bro, that Edwin De Los Santos guy, no one knew he really was like that, bro. So we can't really hold that against him. He did can
My
fight.
God.
Mind you,
Can I ask you a question, Chris? Can I ask you a question? Is it that Jesus De Los Santos is that good or that Rayo is that bad?
Rayo dropped him and he got caught. Like that De Los Santos kid, you could see he can fight. He has good defense, pretty good fucking jab, good straight left hand, and a mean right hook, bro. Like literally.
Speaking of overrated, speaking of overrated Mexicans, where's Isak Cruz coming in next?
I have no idea.
It's been what,
bro.
6-7 months since the on the Wilder undercard?
The marinating him for Tank.
What? I have a question. For all the fighters that he turned, and I asked it earlier, for all the fighters he turned down, what is the plan, bro? What's the plan?
Tank.
Bro.
That's gonna be Tank's retirement fight, bro.
Oh no, I know what it is. If Rolly wins the strap, they're gonna move him up to fight Rolly.
Maybe they're keeping him as insurance in case.
Bro, that dude is not tall enough for 140, bro.
They're keeping him on reserve for what happens in.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe they think Ryan misses weight, or maybe gets injured, and they're just keeping him as insurance.
Bro, you can't use him as a late replacement 2 times, bro.
First of all, y'all, Ryan, I have it on good authority. Ryan is going to miss weight.
Well, I know that. He gonna pay the fine. He gonna pay it, but it's worth it though.
I mean, it's like the
How much is the fine?
It don't
Ain't
matter.
it
His excuse is going to be, I was motivated by Floyd Mayweather's game plan during the Marquez weigh-in, so that's what made me not come on weight.
That catch weight shit is some sucker shit anyway. I hope he blow that shit by 7 pounds.
Me too. I'll be blowing
Well,
up
I'm
20.
still trying to get you to drop the link, Jules.
Until he admit that Xander better than Jesus, bro.
Jesus Ramos beat the shit out of Joey Spencer.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Bro, he was always hot
It's
ass.
Joey Spencer, bro. It's
Joey's
not.
been
So
Joey Errol Spencer.
Spencer lost. He lost.
He got his ass whooped.
Joey the
Damn.
Truth Spencer.
He get knocked out. A decision.
Joey Mark Wahlberg from Four Brothers.
Yo,
Spencer.
Virtuoso be saying some real grimy shit on the low.
Dude, don't like
Y'all gotta listen to this motherfucker. You and fucking Virtuoso. Virtuoso be some foul nigga on the low. Like, Jesus.
All right, I'll be right back, fellas.
All right.
Yo,
How long
hey,
until Brandon Lee loses?
I don't know.
Yo,
man.
that guy is not good.
Oh, his time's coming up quick,
He-
man. Somebody's
he's
gonna
not
fuck
good.
his ass up.
Which guy?
Brandon Lee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They gotta feed him. They should feed him Rolly. He's
They
at
could.
120, right?
Yeah,
Brennan's
y'all
at
got you got it in for Rolly, man.
Yeah.
What for
Yeah,
you see
yeah.
this shit something crazy? I'll be like, yo, you really ass.
If Rolly wins that title, I'm gonna fucking die laughing.
He's not winning that one. Unless they
I
do.
know, but
Bro,
If it goes to the cards, if it goes to the cards, be prepared for him to
Yeah,
get
it
it.
He's
goes
gonna
to the
get a
cards.
robbery decision.
Yeah, if it goes to the cards for sure.
Dude,
The
and if
Floyd
he gets,
needs somebody, bro. Yo,
if
you
he
heard
gets
about
that
Floyd's
title, I'm gonna laugh my ass
official
off,
diet?
though, man. Can you imagine him in the press conference coming out with that fur coat on and he's got the belt on his shoulder?
Oh.
Bro, what does it say about boxing today when a guy like Rolly gets a belt, bro?
I don't know.
That guy.
Bro,
is horrible.
I bet Al Heyman has like lollipops in his office for whenever Rolly comes over.
Dude.
He has like Tootsie Rolls in his fucking desk.
Holy
Yo,
shit.
yo, bro, I would dead ass laugh like, yo, Al, you really have this motherfucker? on your books?
Y'all know what I would do? Like y'all seen the Ted, like one of the Ted movies? Like if I ever had candy in an office and anybody asked, I would always be like, "Oh, sorry, those aren't supposed to be out.
Yo,
Wow.
bro, yeah.
Just put them away."
Well,
Yeah,
he's
bro,
trying to
I
fuck
just-
up Broly right now, bro.
You remember Ted 2 when he was looking at Mark Wahlberg's porn collection? That's like, oh man, Mark, you
Yeah,
go down
like
bad, bro.
he had a problem. He had a
Yeah,
problem.
you go down bad, bro. You go down bad, man. Like, you God. Like the chicks with dicks. It's like, oh, you gotta go, bro. But yo, what's go with y'all man Zerto? Like, why he go bad like that?
He's on the zesty side of the game.
Why he go bad like that, bro? This nigga really put up the fucking poster with Zerto on it. Like,
What now? Who did this?
What'd you say?
Who was doing this? Who put up posters?
Nah. Julius, you remember Julius put up that banner?
Oh
with
yeah.
Zerto?
Yeah.
Nah, bro, we gotta get.
Hey, I seen this video of Rolly, and he actually had a fine girlfriend with him. She was holding his hand, and they were
He's
walking.
only with him for his money.
Well, that's for money, bro.
She was picking him up from school.
Yo, Virtuoso, like, why are you so grimy, dude? Like,
Hey, Polo, if
Nah,
Jules
but I'm
is
gonna
away,
tell y'all
we
what,
can't
Brandon-
drop a link.
Brandon not about to lose shit, bro. Because I'm gonna tell y'all what, he signed to Heyman now, so the protection program is in full effect. He not gonna lose shit. He was Cameron Duncan fighter the fight before last, and now Heyman signed him to an advisory deal. He not gonna lose shit now.
Is he the founder of Is he the founder of Is Cameron Duncan the founder of Dunkin' Donuts?
Yeah, he made that
He's
shit.
the heir.
Yeah, I
yeah.
know it. I know it.
Nah, he not gonna get hit with the overhand right from Will Madera ever the fuck again.
Bro, listen, Brandon. I said it about both of them. Like, I don't know what this Brandon Lee, Joey Spencer shit is, but they ain't it, bro.
He's
They
a dude
not
who
it.
Brandon has a lot of pro experience for his age, but like you can tell he's been matched terribly, bro. Like,
Oh, yeah.
he hasn't learned shit.
He's fighting the camper guy next, I think.
For real. And Joey, like, I could see what y'all was trying. Y'all was trying to do the Marky Mark shit with Joey, like, you know, because he's from
But he doesn't
Detroit and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you got the hair and shit. Like, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
dude. Polo's still trying to get you to drop a link, Jules.
Like I see that shit in my like. Oh, y'all seen Four Brothers and Marky Mark, and then y'all see this guy. I see what this shit is. B.
What's up with the Melnicki kid too as well?
Like, you never talk bad about that movie. The fucking.
I ain't saying nothing bad about it. I'm just saying that they seen that shit. And they looked at Joey and was like, "Oh, all right, we gonna try to say." And that shit,
the Tyrese kid that they adopted.
that shit was never gonna work because nonsense. And remember, like I remember he tried to talk up Glovegate too. He implicated the whole Detroit trying to talk up Glovegate tomorrow. Yeah, in Detroit, I seen that at the gyms, man. They put the shit in the glove. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro?
First of all, why you snitching? That's why you get like you want to talk that snitch shit. That's why you got fucked up by Jesus Ramos.
Motherfucking ass whooped by Jesus Ramos, bro.
I gotta watch that shit. Was that on the undercard? Or?
Yeah, like he
got fucked up, bro.
He was getting lit the fuck up, B. Like,
no, bro, but that's what happens when you spar Terrence Crawford. Crawford used this dude as a fucking chief sparring partner for Earl Spence,
bro. And you know they supposed to fight, guys. That's all I'm telling y'all.
That sounds good.
Whatever, I believe it when I see it. I
just want to let y'all know that that's what's out there, B. They supposed to fight.
That sounds good, nigga.
Ain't nobody.
I'm telling you, look, they got listen. This is the story, motherfuckers. They got Keith Thurman on standby if it don't go down. But it's supposed to go down.
Well, it's not going down, so Keith is next.
His fucking hair follicles are on standby.
The fuck?
Clippers on standby.
I don't understand. How is Keith Thurman bald? Like, Conor Benn got a whole facial hair of hair from his ass. And yo, y'all think I'm lying? He really got that surgery to be able to grow a beard. And I'm like, you can't take some of that Pacquiao money and restore that hairline? He looks better with the ponytail, man. Like,
bro, let me tell you something. Manny Pacquiao, I think, is the only boxer in boxing history to get knocked out cold by a nigga who drunk his own piss. Ain't that some shit?
Oh,
If that motherfucker didn't want to win, bro, that dude wanted to win bad enough he drank his own piss.
Bro, was he doing that? Wait, hold on. Was fucking Juan Manuel Marquez doing that for real?
No,
yeah.
That's
it's on camera, bro. It's on camera.
Cap. He drank that shit.
It's on camera. He literally gave a thumbs up when he was doing that shit.
Wow, he was like that shit quenched his thirst. Bro, that's that Memo Heredia shit. That's that Memo Heredia plan for sure.
Yo, imagine you see that shit, yo, motherfucker sitting there eating some shit, washing down with a nice full glass of piss.
He's just
like coming down the side of the shit and all of that.
Bro,
he's like, yo, I don't need a Hennessy endorsement. I got this.
Yo, shit.
Like yo, but he really did that though. Like that's not his.
On camera, I'm not even kidding.
That's one of my favorite fighters, and I didn't know that. Like, I can't. Yeah, I don't know if he's my favorite.
Has that changed your perception of him?
Absolutely, that's some wild shit.
I mean, like, if he's willing to drink his own urine, what the hell else was he drinking?
Shit.
I'm saying, bro. But you know what? In the end,
that homeboy is a savage if he drinks his own.
Motherfucker,
imagine what Zerto's drinking.
He took it up.
Yo, why you put that in there like that, bro? Imagine, dog.
Man, hey, I don't think we want to know.
No, I don't. I damn sure don't, bro. Listen, man. Listen, Marquez was a bad dude, man. He is a bad dude.
First Joseph says Dynamite R. Kelly'd himself.
Bro.
Yeah, he was drinking that R. Kelly-aid.
Dinamita, yo.
Yo, bro,
real,
think about it like this, like, yo, the older I get, like, yo, this nigga really knocked me out, and he drunk his own piss?
Bro, that's how bad he wanted that shit, though.
No. He drunk his piss during the Floyd Mayweather build-up. On
yeah. That was it. That was it.
Oh,
yeah. In the build.
But fuck all that. The nigga drunk his own piss, ladies.
So that was Chris is right. That was
let me tell y'all something. Wait. Before y'all look at Marquez crazy, right? There's a village in Africa, right? And it's so arid there. There's no water nowhere. And the way the guys bathe, I'm not playing with you.
It's with piss, I know.
The cows pee on their head and turn that shit orange. That's crazy. I seen a motherfucker like this, B, with a soap and all of that. Like, cow peeing on him and shit, bro.
We live in a fucking civilized world for the lack of better terms, okay?
Bro, how bad it got to get that he was in the shit like this,
let me tell you something, my nigga. You in the civilized world got knocked out cold. Nah, he didn't get knocked out with some regular shit. You got put to sleep in front of your bitch, your kids, your mom and your dad by niggas.
The whole Philippines.
The whole Philippines.
Mom was throwing gang signs up in the audience and shit
to make sure that you're alive, bro.
You know the next camp, Marquez was chugging that shit too. Hey, bro, yo, that shit worked. Like, yo.
I gotta get gallons of this. Hell yeah!
Yo, you know you better do that.
Yo. Oh, damn.
Oh shit!
with a little lime twist.
Get out of here! Oh man, no! Get out of here with that.
Yo,
bro! I spot Marquez that day. I'm fucking him up.
Yo, who told him to do that, bro? Like,
that's got to be memo, bro.
Okay, but fellas, it's Eddie Murphy's
partner. He's getting off on you.
It's Eddie Murphy's birthday, so y'all got to pick an Eddie Murphy movie to fall asleep to tonight. I'm picking 48 Hours.
Golden Child.
Nutty Professor.
The Thurman pick.
Nutty Professor, the first one.
I'm picking an Eddie Murphy movie tonight. I'm picking 48 Hours.
Trading places, man. Trading places.
I was gonna say Beverly Hills Cop 1. It's not bad.
Nah, it's Golden Child for me or Harlem Nights. And it's probably gonna be Harlem Nights.
Or Boomerang.
Ooh, Boomer. I never asked y'all this shit. And
what's up?
It need to be asked. Boomerang or Harlem Nights?
Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm sorry, but Joe's Jasmine guy in Harlem Nights.
Nah, you know why I gotta say Boomerang, because I got a prime Halle Berry with her off the shoulder numbers as an artist with her little bob. And then I got Robin fucking Givens, yo.
You got Grace Jones in Boomerang, Eartha Kitt, Halle Berry. You know what I'm saying?
Leela Rashawn.
Oh shit!
Don't lie to me. Eartha would have got it, wouldn't she?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Yep. And Strong J's Grace Jones' ass would have got it too. Strong J.
I felt weird when I was a kid watching it because I was thinking like, I don't know what's wrong with Eddie, but she got that shit. She would have got that. Like, I would have
had her do her Catwoman voice like Bert when she did with Adam West.
Jules, best underrated line of Harlem Nights. Geez, just because your name's Lady Heroin doesn't mean you have to go around selling it.
But what was that, Jules? You know this. You old too. I like the old Latina joint that used to be Catwoman too, not just Eartha Kitt.
Which was the old Latina joint?
It was only two of them back then. It was Eartha Kitt and some other joints.
No, you talking about Julie Newmar? Julie wasn't Latina.
Julie Newmar.
I'm thinking of. Why am I thinking of Sophia Loren? Sorry.
Julie Newmar was Catwoman. I remember because Newmar. You know what I'm saying? But yo, like, nah, Eartha would got that shit. Like, every time when I was a kid, because I seen it when I was a kid, I was like, why Eddie don't want Shag? Like, shit.
Yo, you see Eartha Kitt's fucking interview about men, bro? Like, she was a weirdo back in the day. I ain't gonna hold you.
Nah, but I mean, you know her biography, right, Chris? Like, she come from some shit, bro. Like, she's product of a rape, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah, bro.
No shit.
Like, yeah, bro.
And y'all forget Boomerang, even though her toes were fucked up, Boomerang still had Leela Rashawn in it too.
Yeah,
Leela Rashawn was a Harlem. She was a Harlem Nights too.
Who were you referring to? Hey, Jules, who were you referring to? Julie
Eartha,
Newmar?
bro. Eartha is the product of a. I ain't gonna say that shit because I don't want to get in trouble.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she's a product of that shit.
She's a product of Grizape.
Yo.
You know, I like 48 Hours though because it was with Nick Nolte and the racial jokes in there was just real and they wouldn't fly.
Why are you laughing?
Oh shit, man! Soda.
Why you laughing, Joe? You
that shit, bro. What is y'all talking about?
Oh, that's
That's-
fucking crazy.
Because Chris is like that.
No,
Like
yeah,
in
for
training
real,
day,
though.
Chris is the low down, ruthless vato. But I
Yeah,
like
don't
it.
do that. Don't do that.
Hey, no,
I ain't,
hey, Drew,
I ain't shit,
yo,
but
Drew.
I'm not that. I'm not a scumbag.
Now, you know what the funny shit is? Who seen him? That same guy, B. That same guy, that dude that he always played the same guy when he was in the Purge, B. He's trying to get pussy from the joint the whole year.
Damn, I only saw those movies. Well, I don't remember. Fuck, man.
Yo, he was mad. You always pass by me like I ain't shit.
That guy ain't shit, bro. Nah, nigga, like
No, but Drew, you probably remember in another 48 hours, when he went to go
This
see
is really crazy.
Eddie in prison.
Nah, because I just thought about it. Like, you telling me the whole year you didn't get no pussy at all? That you was talking about this specific bitch? That's crazy to me, bro.
No, right quick. Jules, let me cook for a minute, right quick. Let me holler at Drew for a minute. Like in another 40 hours when he went to when they know he went to prison and he told Eddie, so let me get this straight, you're not gonna give me my money? And he said, now you got to pay, dude. How Eddie launched that basketball into his face.
Oh, that shit was hilarious. Yeah. No, but I like that every time Eddie got on his nerve, he called him watermelon.
Bro, that you couldn't put out a movie like that today, bro.
That shit was comedy though, yo. Like,
no, I'm just telling you that today, bro. Bro, there'll be riots.
Jules, not only that, there's several movies you couldn't put out. You couldn't put the scary movies out, the Naked Gun.
you couldn't put out Eddie Murphy Delirious or Raw right
you
now.
Couldn't do Plane you couldn't do Plane when the old white lady started talking jive. She's talking shit.
Chump don't want to help. Chump don't get no help.
He's like, I speak jive.
What did Paul say when she was talking to him? He's like, my mama ain't raised no dummy. I took a rap.
Oh shit! Now you couldn't.
Hey, what about when everybody?
Spaceballs B when he told him, "Yo, comb the desert."
Nah, what about on Airplane when the girl's freaking out? On Airplane when the girl's freaking out and everybody just start beating her ass in line to beat her ass.
Hey, could you could you guys imagine the movie Blazing Saddles coming out today?
Nah, you couldn't.
No,
you couldn't.
Bro, you couldn't release White Chicks today.
The pilot
that
of motherfucking Airplane was a fucking pervert. Yo, remember he was like, "Hey, Jimmy, you ever dream about grown men naked?"
Hey, yo, what?
Remember that shit? Like that.
I remember that. The
pilot was a fucking pervert, yo.
Bro, was real shit. All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna close this one out early. I may go live. What's the fight this weekend? You got Bam fighting.
Bam.
Yep.
Dora fighting. I probably ain't gonna watch that, to be real.
R. Kelly fighting too, you know.
No, I'm looking forward to the Bam.
But it's three cards this weekend. It's Bam.
Yeah.
Oh right, Shakur fighting.
Shakur, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be live. And then we got Zile next weekend.
You know what I'm gonna watch? I'm gonna go live for the Shakur and the Bam, because the Bam card, like, yo, listen, pay attention.
That shit is stacked.
My God, MJ better be on his shit. That's a Paulez kid, B. But I'm telling you,
but that's gonna be fellas. That's gonna be another good ass top.
Raymond Ford versus Jesse Magdalena is gonna be fire.
What platform are they gonna show them on? Which platform?
It's all of them country. Everybody has a show this weekend. ESPN got.
Yeah, but what platform? Everyone?
Literally, all of them. Showtime, ESPN,
Top Rank, The Zone, all that. Yeah,
all of them got a card this weekend. But the two that, because really, like Fundora not fighting nobody, bro. You know what I mean? But Bam, I'm gonna go live for the Bam one and the Shakur one. Those is the two that I'm going.
But the top rank, that's gonna be good. We got Keyshawn, y'all. We got Jared. We got Bruce Carrington.
Exactly.
No, I'm gonna say this though. I think Shakur, he's gonna win this fight, in my opinion. Yo, can you take Zerto off the fucking screen?
Yo, you right, bro. I ain't even realized. When we go back to the guard, I'll go back to the guard.
Yeah, my nigga, that's
Yo! Go back to the guard.
I don't want to see that nigga ever again in life. Until he got that shit cleared the fuck up, I do not want to see this.
Wait a minute, wait, Ryan, what is going on? So he really did some shady shit? I thought y'all were playing this whole time.
Go to the private chat. Go to the private chat.
Nah,
I ain't gonna say it.
Let me type it in. I'm gonna type
Type
it in.
it in. Put it in.
I'm gonna type it in.
All right.
No. Let me type it in because I'm a foul nigga.
Nah, I'm about to. No, don't say nothing, Chris.
Let Jules do it. Oh shit! Here we. Oh damn.
Oh shit!
Oh hell, B.
Oh my god!
What a GIF, B.
With scrap. Oh. Julian, what the fuck?
Wait, Chris, hold up, Chris. You know, Jules, you know about what you just typed. You remember training day talk about like, so this is crazy guy already. He packed. He found his guy, but jar packs his ass crack with.
Yo, B. It was some real shit. It was some real shit. That's what's going on with him, B. His joint left him in all that.
So he shoves his hands down his pants and comes out with a guy, but extra chunky GIF.
Is it a coincidence that Andy Ruiz's wife left him too at the same time?
Oh,
Andy who?
Andy Ruiz.
Oh, that's crazy. Don't do that.
Oh God, chill, son. I ain't even need to. I ain't need to connect them dots, B. I'm out.
Hey, one was chunky.